to make sure that Chris Sale. So, wait, this is technically this is the first game in the second half of the season? That's crazy. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. What time's the game tonight, chat? I think it's 7:10, but I'm not positive. It is 7:10. So we got a couple minutes to hang out here. Shoot the shot, you know. We'll see how it goes. I want everyone to give today too. I want once more people roll in here. I think we're gonna have. Hey, what's going on, Rodrigo? Welcome in. It is awesome. Yeah, as much as I loved Hansel Robles what he did last year, it was time for him to go. That Brian Bello up here is such an exciting feeling for this team. You're right. It does feel like a great day. What's up, bro? What do you guys think Brian Bello's stat line is going to be today? I'm actually not expecting him to have a crazy stat line. I think some people are saying he's going to do like insane, which I really hope he does. But at the same time, I think the nerves are going to get to him a little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit. But I think we'll be all right. I still think he does a really great performance. Perfect game, yeah. Perfect game. Not too big of a expectation there. Yeah. No, just a little perfect game. That's it. Imagine. Do you send if you're the Red Sox and Brian Bello has a perfect game and Brian Bello has a perfect game, how do you be like, all right, we're gonna send you back down. Thanks for helping us out against the Rays. Like, how do you do that? You just don't. All of his innings will be immaculate innings. Dude will throw 27 pitches, get 27 outs. Anything lower, and we're dropping him. Yeah, that's gonna happen. If Brian Bello throws more than, I think he will throw the ball this game, probably a good one. Are we going to see the game on this channel? Unfortunately, I cannot legally show you the game footage live. What I can do, though, is I have the score. I have the score at the bottom. And if you sync up with me and you watch it on, say, I don't know, if you're watching on your phone, watching on your laptop or TV, it's a ton of fun, I promise, Mikolo. Hey, what's going on? Craig, how you doing? I think we will have a bounce back performance today. I'm so hype. I know, Clip. I am too. I try to do that, Rodrigo. I do. I try to do that. I try to start at like 7, but yeah, maybe I should start doing it. Would you guys be down for that if I went live at 6:45 to do a little pregame show? No worries. We love you. Thank you, man. That means a lot. I appreciate that. I'm doing good. Do you think we will win this series? I listen. There's a lot of hype around this kid Bello, and I think it's gonna carry over for the team. I do. I think this team's got a lot of fire under its butt right now with Bello coming up. So yeah, I think we do win the series. You guys would be down. You guys would be down for a little pregame ceremony or pregame show here. I'll start going live at 6:45. And we'll do our pregame pregame analysis and stuff like that. Go over everything. 81 games. Also, what's up, Iman? 81 games in 45 and 36. Happy mid-season. I know. They said that on the broadcast. I didn't even realize. Chat. This is our first ever legitimate season on this channel, and we're already halfway through it. That's crazy. We give ourselves a round of applause, man. We've been killing it this FAF. Let's see. Let's take this series. Yes. I'm glad we weren't live for yesterday's game because my Pavetta prediction would have been way off. Also, yes to pregame talk. Okay. We'll do something like that. I'll get on like 10 minutes early and we'll do stuff like that next week. Yeah, Pavetta fell apart a little bit. Yeah, it was a tough game all around last night. I don't know. I mean, this kind of happened in the Cardinals series too, which is why I'm still riding high, you know? I'm still not giving up on this series because we got absolutely washed in the second game of the Cardinals series. How many innings he wants for him? Yeah, that's the thing too. I don't think we see I would be shocked if Brayan Bello made it to the 6th inning. I think even if he goes out and he strikes out every single batter, I don't think Cora's gonna let him. I don't think Cora would let him throw the complete game in the no hitter or whatever. The more I say it, the more likely it's gonna happen. Or you're just jinxing yourself, and the complete opposite will happen. Careful what you wish for, bro. Yeah, I don't know. What are you guys expecting? Was Jaren? Yeah, I was hyped up for Jaren Rent. Are you talking last year or this year? Because I was actually really excited when Jaren Rent came up this year too. Um, what are you guys expecting from Brayan Bello? Legitimately, no hitter. Yep. Okay. All right. So everyone's expecting a perfect game and a no hitter. Last year, yeah. Jaren Duran's debut last year was pretty hyped up. I think the next one that'll be as hyped up as this will be Cassis. Because Winkowski was cool, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, here we go, you know. And Siebold, it was more like, oh god, what are we gonna get? Which he settled down a little bit in Chicago. He had that rough start in Toronto, but against Chicago, who's on fire right now, they just beat who'd they just beat? They just beat a good team. Chad, help me out here. I can't remember. Anyways, he had a good start against them, so I don't know. 4 innings, 5 Ks, 3 runs. That's kind of my ideal situation too, Iman. I think there's gonna be a lot of nerves. This is Fenway Park. You're the most hyped up pitching prospect in the entire system, right? You've got the entirety. Fenway Park's probably sold out just for your debut. I wouldn't be. It was Minnesota. Yeah, it was a decent team. And the Cubs came back and won against them. So, Siebold's start was pretty good against them. But yeah, I just want Bello to not. Okay, Griffin, sounds good. Also, what's up, man? I don't want Bello to be too in his head in this start. Like we saw Winkowski in his first start at Fenway, it was a lot of in his head, like a lot of in his head. And I hope that doesn't happen to Bello. I don't know if it will. Bello's a little bit of a different pitcher. So here we go. The crowd giving him a standing ovation. That's pretty cool that they let him go out alone. Yeah, Rodrigo, that's what I'm thinking. I was looking at the schedule, and I'm either going to do 2 streams next week, one with the Rays and one with the Yankees, or I'm going to go Friday night or Saturday night alone and just do a Yankee Red Sox game. I don't know which yet. I still have to talk to my girlfriend and stuff like that to figure that out. But I know, Iman. I was actually going to make a video on it, but if I did a video on every transaction that went on within the Red Sox system, there'd be like 20 videos a day. Plus, I don't want to rag on the dude too much. We all knew that was coming. We all knew it. I'm excited about it. I think everyone else is excited about it. At the very least, the very minimum, that means that we're putting Whitlock back in the bullpen. Because I don't know if Brayan Bello stays up here past the start. He might get 1 or 2 more with Evaldi and Walker. I think starting Friday, so I think we're good with that. But with Evaldi and Hill both out, I think it wouldn't surprise me if Bello got 1 or 2 starts after this. But at the very least, getting rid of Hansel Robles means that we are going to get Whitlock back in the pen. So I don't hate it at all. You got a girlfriend, lucky. Yes, I am very lucky. I have a great girlfriend. I predict 6 innings, 1 earned run. That would be more than ideal. That would be crazy. Bello box score. What do we got? 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 runs, 6 Ks, and a dub. I like that clip. Brad, I would love yours even more. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that would be crazy. Clip, I like that stat line. I think Iman has it right too. Somewhere around that, the 4-5 inning mark. 1, 2, 3 runs ish. That would be ideal, I think. Best news ever was a DFA to Robles. Yeah. Ooh, I like his dude. I love his windup. 96 sinker down the pipe for strike 1. That's the starting your major league career. I like it. Immediately get tagged, button out. Robles will be snatched. Oh yeah, Robles won't be on this team. He'll get picked up by like the Tigers or the Royals or something like that. Anyways, Chad, we're at the same time we're watching this game on my phone. I'm going to be checking in on Chris Sale's start because that's important too. As much as Bello is awesome being here, got to make sure we're giving love to Chris Sale, who supposedly coming back next year. Time to figure out if we have a true ace in 5 years. Yanni, I really hope they don't fully rely on one singular start to decide whether or not they're going to be the ace, you know? He looks relaxed. He does. Yeah, he looks very focused. I like that. He's also a really fast pitcher, which is cool. He just gets it, goes, gets it, goes. And I think that's a lot to do with I think that's a lot to do with all right. First major league hit. That's all right. Hey, it's gonna happen, you know, it's gonna happen. Every team does have a true ace. Yeah. I think once Evaldi and Chris Sale comes back, they'll duke it out for true ace. Because I think we're gonna see a much different Chris Sale. Diaz is on fire. Listen, this isn't going to be a no run outing for Bayo. I don't think so. At least I think what we got to look at is pitch location, and we got to look at swings and misses. You're welcome, Bob. All right, well, there's his first run. Diaz looks injured. You're already wrong. It's all right. We got time. Nerves. I don't know if it's nerves. I just, it's an entirely different competition when you're in this league, you know? I'm trying to get some updates on Chris Sale, by the way. Vote Devers. Hashtag vote Devers, chat. Really, we need him starting. I need Xander in the All Star game, but yeah, this is a true test. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little wild, but that's all right. Hey, vote Devers. We need Devers to start this All Star game. At the very least, we need him in this All Star game. Yeah, Devers is nursing a sore hamstring and a sore back. Two shutout innings so far. Two shutout innings so far for Chris Sale, chat. That's probably who's starting next Wednesday. So this is the predicament I'm in. We got Yankees next week. We got Chris Sale's debut next week. Which one would you guys rather me stream for? Because I'm kind of between the two. Either one would be a good game, I think. That's a strike. Ooh, what are we doing? Got to be the Yanks. Has to be, and then immediately Sale. Oh boy. Well, you know what we'll do, chat? We'll do one of our stream votes, probably like halfway through the game. So we got Sale. Yeah, Yanni, it's so stupid how the All Star voting works. It really is. The fact that Bo Bichette was first in All Star voting over Xander Bogaerts specifically, but even Tim Anderson is crazy. Crazy. Oh my God, Franchi. What are we doing, Franchi? Good God. I mean, that was a perfect throw. He just dropped it. What are you doing? Yeah, it did, Iman. I hope Schreiber gets a nod. What was your prediction? Oh yeah, Brad, you really got to go flawless. You got to strike out the side here. Either that or a little ground ball. Guy on first base isn't exactly light tower power or light tower speed. I mean, the good news is with Bello right now too is that he's kind of maintaining his composure pretty well. He hasn't, he threw a couple of wonky pitches, but Schreiber has earned it 100%. I mean, what is he? He's like the third best pitcher in the AL right now in qualified innings. That's crazy. He's the third best reliever in all of baseball right now. That's ridiculous. If he's not in the All-Star game, it's an absolute choke job. If Jordan Romano makes the All-Star game and John Schreiber doesn't, that's ridiculous. You know what's going to happen, Yanni? Robles is going to sign with like the Royals or he's going to sign with the Royals. He's going to sign with the Tigers. He's going to sign with one of those teams and just have like a 1.6 ERA the rest of the year. That's what's going to happen. I got to read up more on exactly how waivers work, right? Is he just sitting there basically waiting for someone to say, hey, we want you? And if no one does, then you go down to the minor leagues, right? I think that's how that works. There you go, Bello. There you go, Bello. Get out of it. One run, we'll take that. That was beautiful. Not a bad first inning for the kid, huh? Got tagged up a little bit, but I like his stuff. Yeah, it's kind of a tough situation right now at first base, Rodrigo. I've been trying to vouch for Bobby bouncing back at some point. That was a nice double play, Iman. No, not bad at all. That was it was better than Nick Pavetta's inning yesterday. So, hey, I'll take it. As long as he can keep us in the game, and I really do think he will. I think it'll be like 5 innings, 3, 4 runs. I think he'll be all right. Yeah, that will happen, Clip. Yeah, runners in scoring position, we're like 21st in the league with runners in scoring position right now. I think worse after last night's game. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Yanni, I know what you're talking about. Do you do March to October? Yeah, the Dahlbeck experience has run its course. I'm kind of shocked with all of the moves that they're making in this system that Dahlbeck hasn't been on there. And I wonder if that's because they're waiting for the trade deadline for him. But you can't update roster. I'd rather have Robles from the professional wiffle ball league than Hansel. It's yeah, the Hansel Robles thing is interesting. Send down Bob when Kike's back. I wouldn't be shocked. But then again, look at the type of on-field play you get from Franchi. What are you going to do there? That's the problem. That in my mind, that's the problem. They got Vasquez hitting second tonight. Wow. Duran, Vasquez, Martinez, Bogarts, Verdugo, Story, Cordero, Arroyo, JBJ. I could also see Kike kind of coming back and being a utility role again, which would be interesting. Because at first I said no way, that's not going to happen. But now that Duran has done so well, and now that Alex Cora has basically said that this is our starting center fielder. What do you do with Kike? Do you trade him? Loan him out to a team or something? I don't know. I love Kike. I got his jersey hanging in the back. JBJ and Bobby for Juan Soto. Throwing Kike and we got ourselves a deal. Reed, Grooms, and Downs for Scott Barlow and Payamps. I'm not sure who Payamps is, but I like Scott Barlow. And I'm would be shocked if we're not on the radar for him at the trade deadline. There are a ton. I mean, there are a ton of teams who are just simply aren't competitive, who have pieces in their bullpen that we will be able to make trades for. Like, I mean, think about it, right? Essentially every single team in the MLB has at least one reliable reliever, and half of those teams aren't competitive right now. Maybe less, like 10 of them. Still, that's enough to at least get you. We should be looking for two guys in the bullpen. Hernandez will be center when healthy. Duran in right field. I don't know. I don't know if I want Duran in right field. I don't know if his defense is good enough for right field right now, especially at Fenway. Oof, that was a tough one to watch. Right down the middle, right down Broadway. 3 scoreless innings now for sale, chat. Robles for Josh Hader. I like what you're thinking. That would be the absolute steal of the century, Blurpy. Barlow, Bard, Stomont, Colome. Yeah, those are the 4 right off the top of your head, right? You could add in Bednar to that. You could add in so many people. What do we do with Matt Barnes when healthy? Trade him? I don't know, honestly. I don't know if they bring him back, to be honest with you. I could see them moving him to the 60-day DL and then just kind of DFAing him on the offseason or something crazy like that. Hit a corner. Ugh. New 96 sale in MLB show. I know. It looks so good. Ooh. Was that last night? Must have been last night. He got bonked. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm excited for that one clip. I'm making my way there. I'm at like 100 out of the program, so I'm getting there slowly. It really does pay off having players that can play multiple positions. Oh, they will for sure find a spot for Kike. Even if they send down Bob, right? Even if they send down Bob to AAA, and then after that bring Christian Arroyo in, and he's not the greatest first baseman in the world. He's serviceable. Have him be the platoon with Franchi Cordero. It's a possibility. But yeah, the depth on this Red Sox team this year is incredible. It's the only reason we're in these games anymore. Overthrow it. Ugh. JBJ in the starting lineup, 29-30. JBJ not in the starting lineup. Is that true, Iman? Oh my God. I'm in for that. That I did not know that stat, Iman. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. You can't defend that. If we are 6-16, yeah, there is some weird stats on this team right now. Like JBJ not in the starting lineup, you're 16-6. Whenever Trevor Story hits an RBI, you're like 16-5 or something. This is the street word. Yeah, Yanni, that'd be wild. Almost like JBJ's a bad hitter. Who would have thought? I just figured his defense would save, you know. I guess in this league, defense only gets you so far. But JBJ's made a career out of it. Bobby for Kevin Durant. Do it. Like, I don't know. I guess that's on me for just assuming that defense is obviously defense still matters and you need to have good defense, but yeah, that's insane. It feels like every single time JBJ's up, he grounds out to the second baseman with runners on base. Happens every time, whether it's a double play, whether it is something along those lines. It's every time. Bobby can ball. Bobby's probably pretty nice with a rock. I would imagine he's got some ups. Watching All-Star game voting is making me appreciate last season so much. What do you mean, Yanni? I mean, realistically, there's going to be more Red Sox. I don't know how, because what happens is, right, the 2 players, and I learned this the other day, because I went on a rant. I almost made an entire video on it, on how robbed the Red Sox got with the All-Star game. But here's the thing. The 2 that are getting voted on right now is for the starter, right? Obviously, the guy with the most votes is in, whatever. But whoever isn't the starter gets put on a ballot with the other finalists, and the players vote on them. if the players vote Bo Bichette over Xander Bogaerts or Tim Anderson over Xander Bogaerts, you're insane. Derek White said he's nice at basketball. That makes sense. Chris Sale is currently throwing a no-hitter for Worcester. That's crazy. I'm excited for him to come back, too. Are you talking Red Sox specifically, Yanni, or just baseball in general? Because I agree. 2021 was one of the best baseball seasons in general in a while. With the Braves coming back from like essentially being a non-competitive team in that league to winning the World Series is cool. The magical run the Red Sox had in that series was cool. Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff in 2021. You're right. The All-Star game in 2021 was cool. So yeah, I agree. 2019 was good too. 2020 was a terrible year for baseball. You just don't do that. You don't do a shortened season with baseball because so much can happen in a baseball season, and we're so used to other stuff happening in a baseball season. So yeah, I agree. 2018 was great for the Sox, but meh in general. I'm trying to think. 2018, you saw the debuts of Acuna, Soto. Was Tatis in there too? I think it was a decent year for baseball, Yanni. Mickey Mouse ring for the Dodgers. Yeah, that sucks because like Clayton Kershaw is one of the greatest pitchers of all time, and he'll always only be known for that Mickey Mouse ring. I don't think he has another World Series, right? I think that's it. He's got his ring, but his ring was also in the little season there. Clip, I was wondering what happened there. Wonder who did it. Yeah, I like the green treadmill gamma waves. I was a fan. I like the logo was the best part. You did a good job with the logo. Looked almost identical. It's interesting how Bello changes speeds on his sinker so much. I kind of like that. Like he'll throw a 98-mile-an-hour sinker and then a 90. Hot take: Astro fans can be proud of 17 if Dodger fans can be proud of 2020. Uh, I don't know. The thing with 2017 is that one is so scarred with cheating scandal, right? And you obviously had some. That was a great play by Xander. Pick him up, Xander. Let's go, baby. That definitely fucking hurt. Oops, sorry. Did not mean to swear. That definitely hurt. Had to have landed directly on his stitches. Oof. Did you see that yesterday? Dude hits a 2-run jack, and then in the dugout, he's just getting re-stitched up or repatched up. That was crazy. That's an all-star. That's all-star right there. It's an all-star thing. But anyways, back to the Astros stuff. I just think with the Astros is so different than the 2020 Dodgers because the 2020 Dodgers, while it was a shortened season and realistically, who knows what would have happened if it played out an entire season. Look at the Dodge or the Braves last year, right? The Braves last year, there's no shot they're winning a World Series with the games we played in 2020. But at the same time, too, they didn't cheat. They didn't manipulate the game in any way to get there. They just played the game as it was set out for them. So in 2020, in my mind, is way less than it was way less, in my opinion, than the 2017 in terms of like joke World Series wins. And as much as I'll always boo Altuve just because I don't like Altuve as a person, yeah, the Nats in 2019, yeah, that's a good one too. They were almost as bad as we were starting this year, and they ended up with the win. Come on, first career K, give it to me. I love Cordero's versatility, but it kills my soul seeing Benintendi hitting over 300 for the Royals. Ah, That was a tough one. 3-2 count. I have a Benintendi jersey right over there, actually. I have the same thing, Brad. My problem with Benintendi is right now there's a possibility that he comes in back into the AL East. Yeah, Kevin, exactly. It was the Yankees and Blue Jays were interested in Benintendi, and that would tear me apart. First career walk, keep the ball. Actually, I did get a walk in the first inning. Yeah, Kevin, that's the last I heard too, is that the Yankees, Blue Jays, and the Giants, I believe. Yeah, no. I don't think Benintendi on the Red Sox right now would make sense, but it's gonna hurt when he goes to the Yankees or the Blue Jays. That would suck. Yeah, Yanni, I got mine for like $40 somewhere. I got it at no, I got it for full price too at the Red Sox game like a year ago. Yeah, Winkowski doing so well is making the Benintendi trade look more reasonable. After the trade deadline, will the AL East be the most talented division of all time? That's a good question. I don't know. There's some great. Ooh, he's looking a little wild this inning. Hopefully, he can calm down a little bit, Bello. Yeah, there have been some great divisions in baseball. You got to look at some of the all-time Dodgers, Giants divisions. Yeah, the Orioles are kind of good this year. Yeah, it's tough. I think they got to be up there for most talented division of all time, especially if four of them make the playoffs like they have before. Yeah, it is blurpy. Yeah, yeah, it could be up there for sure, Clip. Especially if the Red Sox can nail down their bullpen at the trade deadline. The Yankees or the Blue Jays add a left-handed bat. I don't know who the Rays go after, but why did he swing at that? Hey, first career K. Way out of the zone, but first career K. Let's go. 2 outs. Top of the lineup again. Let's see what happens. Come on, Brayan. I mean, that ball wasn't even close. Good Lord. He blew it by him at 97. We like that. First career K. Keep the ball. Yep. Now go out there and finish up this inning. Still 1-0. I would love it if he gave us. Oh, we got Vidal Brujan. I didn't realize they called him back up. I thought he was still in the minor leagues for a while. He's gonna be a good player too for the Rays, but not today. Let's go. That's 2 innings, 1 run. Bob, we got an update on Chris Sale. Actually, you know what I can do? I could probably is it streaming on the second Nesson channel? Let's find out. I wonder if I could have both open at the same time. This is Red Sox baseball. Okay. We want Nesson Plus. Let's try Nesson Plus, see what they got going on. Rehab starts tonight. Yeah, currently, Kevin, he's throwing a no-hitter. There we go. All right, now I can have both open at the same time. All right, now that we're in commercial break chat, I'm going to be watching the Chris Sale game. He's at 54 pitches in the 4th. I don't know. He gave up a hit. All right, so I was trying to figure out why that runner was on first base. That was such a blooper. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Winkowski being in the Benintendi trade does make. I think it makes everyone feel better, right? Because you see what Benintendi's doing against. The AL Central. Yeah, AL Central. But to have Winkowski on this team, if we didn't have Winkowski, Chris Sale looks promising. Maybe he's a good MLB player. Yeah, pretty good prospect. He might get the call up pretty soon here too. We'll see. Chad, here's the question. Do they call him up for the Tampa series or the New York series in the Bronx? Your expert analysis, honestly. I like it. I like it. Are the Red Sox paying you? They should. Plan per Cora on Whitlock when he returns 2 inning outing, 2 days off, 3 inning outing, 3 days off. Just use him in the bullpen. Just use him in the bullpen. Forget this. Forget this. We're gonna work him back to the rotation crap. Put him in the bullpen. I mean, seriously. I don't want um I don't want Whitlock in this rotation right now, especially because Winkowski's doing so well. If you really want a young guy to stretch out, keep it with Winkowski. I like what Winkowski's doing. At least until Evaldi gets back and then figure that out. Back to back singles at fourth, no outs. Yeah, I'm watching it at the same time, Bob. Andrew Tate could take Brayan Bello yard. Houck staying a bullpen piece regardless of possible relief acquisitions? I think so. I don't think they're gonna move him out of the pen, especially with our rotation. Oh, I see you, man. Yeah, no, I get he's not going to, but it sounds like they're restretching him out. I like Whitlock being able to pitch 2, 3 games a week, starting instead of starting just one. Yeah, I agree. Last time Sale's not pitching out of the bullpen. They'll put Sale back in rotation. Does your thoughts on trade options change now that arms are coming back? It makes it a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. It depends. It depends on if the Red Sox want to get rid of their dead weight. I talked about this in the How to Fix the Bullpen video I made, right? Where if you're the Red Sox, you're sitting here now, you got two options. You could either wait until you're fully healthy and evaluate then, or you could make some, not reactive moves, some proactive moves where you see, man, oh, there we go. Okay. Like that. Um, or you do the proactive moves, right? Where you see that Whitlock's coming back. You know he's going to be in the bullpen for the rest of the year. You're looking at the rotation kind of filling itself out. Do you sit there as Heim Bloom in the front office and do you say to yourself, am I going to want to take a look at this at the deadline or am I going to want to do this now in preparation for the deadline? Because right now, realistically, what you can do is you can either DFA Matt Barnes or move him to the 60-day IL. That way you free up that roster spot. You could option Sawamura. Maybe you look at Brazier as a possible option. Danish is a possible option, right? Now you got 3 open spots to mess around with. One of them could be Whitlock. Another one could be a Nails kind of setup guy. Maybe you get a closer type pitcher. Is that the option you want to go? Or do you want to let this bullpen kind of settle down in the next couple of weeks, take a look at it and say, maybe we can move so, and so, but by then, I don't know. Because you still have to make room on the team for these guys. So I don't know. I don't know, Jonas. It's a tricky situation. I still think they need to go out and get at least one bullpen arm come the trade deadline. I don't think there'll be any super major moves, but liking the Josh Bell rumors more and more every day. I would be happy if we got Josh Bell. I really like Josh Bell um, as a player. I would be kind of surprised if they did. I'd be a little surprised. I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be a little surprised if they went out and if they made a big move at the deadline. In my opinion, a big move would be a Josh Bell, a Trey Mancini, a Drury, right? I would be kind of surprised. I wouldn't be shocked, and I would be happy because I think that first base needs to get figured out. I love Franchi Cordero. I do. Not great defensively. Bob, we've given him time. Oh, Verdugo almost hit that out. Verdugo was about 6 feet from hitting that to the absolute moon. Whitlock, Strom, when not overpitched, and Schreiber. If you add Hout to that, I agree. Blurpy. I think Whitlock going back into the pen, Bloom looks for a starter, especially with the health. Yeah, that's another option too, Iman. If you let JD go, then Bloom could or Bell could DH next year. Either way, you're gonna have to sign one of them, and I don't know which one's gonna be more expensive. That's the problem. You're gonna have to sign one of them if we get Josh Bell. How about Josh Bell and Rainey? That's another option too. Yeah, again, there's so many good bullpen pieces that are just sitting on terrible teams. Yeah, that would have been tanked at Yankee Stadium, which is good. We're about to go there. Do you think we should trade Evaldi? I don't think one, I don't think they're going to because of his health situation. And two, if we're going to make a legitimate run at this, we need a great secondary pitcher, especially if Chris Sale comes back the way Chris Sale's been. So no, I don't think they tradable. I don't think we trade any of our big pieces. I agree, Iman. So many infield singles. I know it feels like the Red Sox only get infield singles and then a Trevor Story tank. That's what it's been the last couple of games. No, he did not offer. He didn't offer. Um, yeah, the trade deadline is going to be the most interesting part of this year. I'm actually excited to cover it all. This is my first time actually covering a trade deadline. We've covered some like free agent signings, but this trade deadline and the next year's free agent is going to be so fun to cover for you guys because there's just going to be so much going on. Ah, come on, Story. Yeah, Story has the most RBIs, but he also has the second most strikeouts on the team, I think, behind Bob. It's interesting. Trevor Story's game is interesting. I think we're just getting used to it as a fan base. This isn't full Trevor Story because we're not getting the contact that we usually get with Trevor Story. So we'll see. Yeah, plus Trevor Story's nasty on defense. Let's go all in and build a super team in the last 4 years, starting with signing Xander Bogaerts. Yeah, Anthony, that's kind of what he's been this year, and it's not usually what he's been in the past. So it's interesting to see that he's kind of developed into that this year. I really hope that he kind of gets away from that in the second half. We'll see. Have you given much thought to the MLB draft in a couple of weeks? Yeah, I actually. So if you guys don't know who Griffin is, Bob, I don't know if you're here sometimes. You know Griffin on these live streams. He's very analytical, very prospect based, very GM minded. And so me and him kind of took a look at guys that we think the Red Sox should draft. So I'm gonna do a video on that probably early next week. The draft is what, the 17th, right? Let me look at when the MLB draft is. Yeah, it's the 17th. So I'll probably do. Oh, come on, get down. Let's go. See, that's what happens with Franchi, right? He'll make an error, and then the next time he's up at bat, he ropes a 2-run or a double down the line. Kluber's going to be the Sox Waka next year. I could see him in Boston on a 1-year deal. I wouldn't be shocked. Just move around the AL East, go from Yankees, Rays to Red Sox. I wouldn't be shocked. I could also see the Red Sox giving Waka another year and getting obviously Hill's not being re-signed. I'd be shocked if the Red Sox re-signed Rich Hill. I think Rich Hill's going to retire after this year. Either that, he'll go to he'll go to Detroit or he'll go to. I always pick Detroit for some reason because they have a terrible bullpen, but he'll go somewhere like that. Yeah, that's my thought too, Yanni. Iman, I'm not overly concerned with it at this point, and here's why. The reason that he has said he's open, Red Sox have said he's open, but the guy in the middle, Scott Boras, says he's not. Right? My biggest fear with Xander is a Freddie Freeman situation where Xander has to take, say, the Giants or something like that, right? He has to take a deal over there because he doesn't think the Red Sox gave him a deal. And then he comes back to Boston and, Scott Boras maybe fudge the numbers a little bit. That's my biggest fear. But in my honest opinion, I don't think that Xander they'll even try and reach out because of what Scott Boras said. He said that he doesn't do in season negotiations. That's not something he does. Ugh, crap. That is not what you want with a man on second and third. These runners in scoring position woes are going to kill me. So no, Iman, I'm not overly concerned. You know, every time we talk about Xander, I always think back to the David Ortiz extension talks, right? Where every single year it felt like, the media and the teams not saying yes or no. Everyone was like, this is it. This is the year David Ortiz leaves. And there'd be a ton of talk about which teams could afford David Ortiz to a long-term deal. And David Ortiz would stay. And I hope it doesn't end up like that with Xander, where he signs these 2 or 3 year deals that are worth a ton of money, but every 2 or 3 years we're talking about Xander Bogaerts leaving the Red Sox. But I can see it happening. That's at least what it's shaping up to be right now. Boris has always threatened leaving up to prices. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just Scott Boris is the best in the business for a reason. There's a reason he doesn't negotiate during the year, and that's because there's no competition. Competition drives up prices. I think we should trade for Alex Lane. From the Tigers. He's nasty. If he's right-handed and is a solid seventh, eighth, ninth inning guy, I'm in. I'm gonna make. So I already made a Red Sox potential trade target video. I'm gonna make a second one as we get close to the deadline here. Probably in a couple days, or I mean, probably in a week or so. I'll make that. But yeah, we have a lot of content coming out, chat. We've got what was the other one? We got MLB draft content coming out. I'm gonna do mid-season grading coming out. That'll probably be at the deadline or at the All-Star break. We got trade deadline coverage. You can be busy on this channel for a while, so get ready. All right, chat. Here's Sale's final stat line. Thank you, Bob, for putting this in the chat. If you want to read it, you can, but I'm gonna say it out loud just in case you don't. 3.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run. One of those hits was an absolute doinker. 5 strikeouts, 1-1 tie game. I'm excited for him to come back so bad. Where could you even see Xander going if he leaves Boston? Xander's just the type of guy I don't even picture on another team. But teams that will be interested will definitely be the Dodgers, will definitely be the Yankees, will definitely be the Giants because Brandon Crawford's on his way out. The Cardinals will definitely be involved. Cubs, maybe, if they're looking at. But why would you get rid of Javi Baez if you want? I don't know. That's kind of an interesting one. But at the same time, I could see it, and it pains me to even say that. Yeah, the Cubs would be an interesting one. Yeah, I mean, there are going to be teams interested in Xander. It's just whether or not the Red Sox want to pay for him, and Scott Boras doesn't absolutely screw us over. Look at him making his own outs. Just yossing the ball over to Franchi real quick. I like that. The Red Sox need to lock up Rafi for the next 70. I think this offseason they'll push hard to get Rafi on a long-term deal. 100%. The Yankees will try and get Xander just to piss us off. Yeah, 100%. I mean, if Bogaerts leaves, we could use Story at short till Mayer's ready. Seb, I don't know if you've been here a while. I've said it probably a million times. To rely on a kid and listen, I think Myers is going to be a phenomenal player, a very, very great player. But to rely on that happening is in a baseball sense is stupid, right? Because at the end of the day, he's still a prospect. He's still a prospect. We don't know what he's going to be. He could get to AAA and not be able to hit a curveball. I don't see that happening, but it's a possibility, right? So that's my fear with the ideology of if Chaim Bloom's sitting there and he's like, oh, this is why we got Trevor Story. We're just going to let him, we're just going to let him throw himself in there. at shortstop for 2, 3 years, and then hope that Marcelo Myers is one of the greatest shortstop to ever play the game. That's insanity, in my opinion. They would have to sign someone. Yes, they would. If the Yankees get Xander, we need Judge. Imagine that little switcheroo. I would rather have Xander, in my opinion. But that's just because I'm a homer. I get worried every time Xander comes up in the show and the announcer goes, he wears number 2 for Derek Jeter. I have heard that so many times. It terrifies me. Yeah, Brad, it's just a tricky thing with prospects, right? Because you get prospects like Acuna who immediately come in and do crazy things. Like you got a Julio Rodriguez in Seattle. Seattle's a perfect example of this, right? Seattle's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, where you've got Julio Rodriguez, who was highly touted, came in and is now the front runner for Rookie of the Year. But you also have Jared Kelnick, who was a top 50 MLB prospect who came in and did nothing, right? Imagine if we let Xander go with the process. Imagine the riots that would happen if the Red Sox are like, no, we're good on Xander. We have a surefire thing in Marcelo Meyer. Then he comes up and he can't hit high fastballs like Jared Kelnick. Red Sox Nation would riot. Riot. Teams get handcuffed and payroll on long-term deals. Yeah, but again, it's like buying. Hmm. Yeah, you're right, but it's solidifying a spot in the future. That's why they call them cornerstone players. That's why you call them that, because you give them that big money and maybe the deal doesn't work out especially well, but at the same time you build that team around them. They become a key piece every single year. So yes, it handcuffs you in a way, but it can also lead to a much more sound, because right now the Red Sox don't have anyone sound to build around unless you re-sign Rafael Devers to like a 7, 8 year deal. Yeah, if Boone can get Xander on his team, I will also join you in drinking boiled water. What's your take if Xander and JD leave, Nolan Arenado opts out and signs with the Sox, Rafi moves to DH? Wouldn't hate it. But I would also, at the same time, you're looking at losing. The thing with Xander, right, is it's just beyond stats with Xander for me. And I think it's beyond stats for a lot of people. It's beyond stats for this team, and they've said that. And they've said that out loud to media members, to their manager, to stuff like that, where these guys are fully behind. Chris Sale, Alex Verdugo, Christian Vasquez, Christian Arroyo have all come out and said this team, the Red Sox are not the Red Sox without Xander Bogaerts. And that's something that you have to take into effect when you're talking about re-signing a guy like this. What about Soto? I don't think Soto. I could see Soto on the Giants. I don't think Soto wants to be I don't think Soto wants to be on the Nationals anymore. I think he just realized that team, they had a magical run in 19, but I don't think he thinks that this team will be competitive and he'll be able to win champion, because I don't know if Soto wants to be the guy with $1 billion that like the Miguel Cabrera, like the $1 billion who's got a Hall of Fame career, but he's never really competitive. I could see Soto going to the Giants. If the Yankees lose Aaron Judge, I could see them shelling out for Soto. Yeah, Jay Groom's another example of why you can't rely too heavily on prospects. It's just how it goes. Brayan Bello is afraid to pitch to, what's his name? Hyun Park, maybe? I forget his name. Why am I Choi? Chi-Man Choi. He's 2-0 now. He walked him in the first inning. Yeah, Yanni, I don't think the Red Sox see Story as Xander's replacement. if they did, they would have just forced him. They would have forced Xander out of shortstop when his story came in, right? Because at that point, you don't want him anymore. Why have him still at shortstop? It doesn't make sense. So that's why I don't think that they did Xander. They did Xander dirty by getting Story. Judge would make a great Sox outfield. That would be so fantastic. But I don't know if the Red Sox are gonna. I don't think the Red Sox shell out their money for Aaron Judge. I think they let him walk. I've been hearing the Giants haven't spent a ton of money in a long time. They have the money to spend, and they've been looking for an outfielder. So between him and Soto, it would get interesting down there in the Bay. He didn't walk Choi. You're right. You're right, Seb. Thank you. The media does. Yeah, of course the media does. The media is going to do whatever they can to going to do whatever they can to make a storyline to get clicks, right? Happens every year with free agents, whether we re-sign them or not. Crap. All right, come on, Bale. Let's get out of this. Judge grew up a Giants fan too. Yeah, one of my favorite pictures on the internet is when the Yankees do something bad, or when Aaron Judge like leaving the Yankees comes up. They post that picture of Aaron Judge in the Red Sox shirt. I love that picture. Who would you sign if Xander leaves? This is a good question. I mean, if Xander truly doesn't want to be here, so I would throw my entire life savings at Rafael Devers to make sure he doesn't leave. That's the first thing I would do. Then I'm probably looking at Trey Turner, Dansby Swanson, one of those guys. Sign him on a 4 or 5 year deal. Maybe Swanson more specifically. You know, that very average shortstop who hits for a little bit of power. Story's a far better defender at short than Xander. Ugh. What just happened? 3 innings, 3 runs. Not the end of the world for Bello. Not exactly the best debut I was expecting for, but yeah, Frank, I don't think anyone's debating whether or not Xander or Story's a better defender. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the plan was there with Xander throwing to home instead of to third, but not the end of the world. I don't think Christian Royal was fully there either. This might be a bullpen game, Chad, which isn't good because yesterday was kind of a bullpen game. You know what keeps happening on these streams? I'll talk about how important Xander is to this team, and then he does something boneheaded on defense. It's happened like 3 times in this stream. What's our record right now? Our Red Sea record is 9-4. We got to keep that win streak up. A strike, right? No? Okay. Why do we have the behind the I hate the behind the mound crap or the behind the umpire view. Yeah, I agree, Iman. Which sucks. Sorry, that was probably kind of loud. I just smacked the mic. Ooh, wow. That was paint. That was a little paint job by Bello. Get out of the inning, Bello. Come on. 3-0 isn't terrible. The Red Sox offense needs to score runs to stay in the ball game. That's how this works. We need to score runs to win anyways. What's 4? Man, I don't if we lose this series, I don't even know what we're going to talk about tomorrow, Chad. Do I think Paxton's going to do good when he comes back? That is totally up in the air. That honestly could be 50-50. Remember how Sale was when he came back from Tommy John? A little iffy on everything. His control was a little wild. Paxton was a really, really great pitcher before he went down. He was a very, very solid pitcher. At one point he was an ace, but now he's sort of like a really good 3, maybe even a back end of the rotation kind of guy that's really good. That's at his best right now. I don't know if that's the way the Red Sox are going to play him. Yeah, I could see him in a little bit of a long relief role. There are a couple different ways I could see Paxton. I think he impacts and helps his team. To what extent, I'm not sure. That's just what we're gonna have to see when he comes back. He hasn't even started rehabbing yet, so we're still a ways away from that. Plus, I don't know. Depending on what this pitching staff looks like, by the end of August, I don't know if he's gonna be super needed. And then people can kind of work their way around it. I don't know. We'll see. There are a lot of ifs right now with the Red Sox. And I really hate last year's team did this exact same thing, not to the extent that this year's team did, but the whole we're going to be really hot like 1 month and then really, really not hot the next month. Oh, man. All right, well, this just got a little bit more interesting, huh? 4 runs in the third. Kiermaier only hits well against the Red Sox. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. But hopefully the Sox can make a game out of this. Still only the third inning. A lot of game left. Yeah, does Jaron Durant cut that off and hold it to that was a double. Yeah, you're right. I can't defend JBJ. I try to defend JBJ because I like JBJ. But there's only so much we can defend on that. Back to Worcester. Yeah, Bello's stint in the majors probably won't be super big. There's definitely some stuff he's got to work out a little bit. Location's one thing, which is interesting because his control in the minors was pretty good. This has got to. I mean, a lot of it's also nerves too. Man, he's getting tattooed. Okay, we're good. We're out of the inning. I'm kind of the fan that once my team goes down, I feel like we have. I feel like all hope is lost. There's a lot of Reds. You're not alone, Clip. Trust me. Just look at my comment section in the last 2 series. You're not alone. I mean, look, the Red Sox are gonna have tough streaks. They're gonna have tough streaks. They're gonna have not tough streaks. So, JBJ's at best a bench player. That's where I'm kind of at too, Bob. Which sucks because I really do like JBJ. I do, but you're probably right. Schwarber hit another bomb just now. Is Schwarber playing first base for the Phillies at all? I thought the Winkowski debut was bad, but holy crap, Bello is the bed. Yeah. He's getting barreled up. The difference between Winkowski and Bello is that Bello's getting barreled up right now. Winkowski didn't get barreled. He got one barreled up. He did a lot of the damage to himself. This is just Bello getting welcomed into the major leagues. Just how he's throwing too many balls down the middle. That's the problem. Why am I getting ads to go to Virginia? Who is vacationing in Virginia? No offense to anyone, and no offense to anyone who is from Virginia in this chat. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to go 6 innings, 12 Ks, and 2 hits. But yeah, this is definitely. I don't think anyone was expecting this to happen. To be honest. But at the same time, too, it's only the third inning. We're only down by 4. It's not like we're down by 12. Right? Sox can come back from this. I believe. I believe that we will win. I believe we will win. Bro hates Virginia. It's not that I hate Virginia. It's just that I would never vacation in Virginia. Major league debuts can be tough. Yeah, major league debuts can be really tough. It's just a whole nother level of competition that no one's used to yet. You know, we talk about it all the time. How guys who don't do well in AAA tend to do even worse in the majors because the competition is so hard. Do I think Winkowski stays in the rotation all year? I think he's got a good shot to. I think with the way he's performing, especially he's been doing it against decent teams too. I could see him in the rotation for a little bit. Probably should have had him start against a bad team. The only reason Bello is even up here right now is because of all the injuries and the fact that we just couldn't start anyone else. It's not that the Red Sox felt like they were ready. Oh, that was a nice little poke. Can we get on base? Yes, we can. All right, here's a little start. JBJ gets on. Offense gets turned a little bit. Maybe we get 2-3 runs this inning. I'm believing, chat. Believe with me. Sorry to offend you, Brad. I don't mean to offend anybody. Do you live in Virginia, Brad? Like, what is there to do in Virginia? I haven't heard of anything to do. Myrtle Beach is in what? The Carolinas, right? We do. We need a little breakout inning, Anthony. I don't know why I said Anthony. We need a little breakout inning. We haven't had one in a while. Nice little 5 run inning would be dope. It's only a third though. Only a third. It's been 3 innings. Bello, he's got the nerves out of the way. They are right now relevant. I think they're like 24th in the league for runners left on base. Not at all. I hate Virginia. I live in Kentucky. That's what I'm saying. There's just nothing to do in Virginia, I feel like. Besides, like, drive lifted trucks. That's the only thing I think of when I think of Virginia. Durant 2-run shot. Just trust. I believe. We can get to Kluber. Yeah, only 24th. You got to think. The Detroit Tigers are worse. The Athletics are worse. The Royals are probably worse. Reds are probably worse. So we're at least, 26th. That makes sense to me. Let me see. I could probably look it up. Worcester's winning the game. Chris Sale's not going to get any decision or anything, but 2-1 to Durant. After this pitch, I'll look it up. Okay. Most runners left on base 2022. Mariners, yeah. Okay. Let me go through this here. Boston is 28th in the league with runners left on base. Number 1 in the league, chat, take a guess. Take a guess as to who is number 1 in the league for bringing runners in that are left on base. I will give you as a collective, chat, 5 guesses to tell me who in the league has the best percentage with runners left on base. Not the Yankees, no. That's 1. Astros, nope. That's 2. Yeah, Nick York is having a rough year. Yeah, Nick York's having a really tough year, actually, I think. Come on, Duran. Come on. All right, we got Braves, nope. We got Twins, nope. Guardians, nope. Mariners, nope. Cardinals, nope. Hey guys, it is going to be someone you would never expect. That'll be my hint. Clip wins it. Maybe you looked it up, but Clip wins it. It is the Oakland Athletics are number one in the league with the least amount of runners left on base per game at 5.86. The Red Sox are currently sitting in 28th place at 7.31 runners left on base per game. That is disgusting. Disgusting. That was a great guess. I'm shocked someone actually got that. Shocked. Everyone say hello to my dad. He's in the chat. Hello, John. But yeah, that makes me physically ill. I mean, imagine where this team would be if they were even middle of the pack, sitting where Philadelphia is at 6.64. That's one run every single game added on to every total. You would have such a better record. There's so many things little tiny things with the Red Sox this year that just blow my mind. Let's see it hits per game. We have the most hits per game in the league, leading by a decent amount, but leading the league in hits per game, but leaving them all on per game. That's terrible. Home runs per game are we're probably middle. We're bottom half of the pack. We're at 20. We're top 5 in singles per game. This is crazy. I mean, we have the statistics to be scoring a crap ton of runs. And there are games that we do, but there's so many games where we don't. That's dropping. Okay. Well, there. Let me just keep pooping on them. Let's see if they do well on pooping on them. Yeah, it's so frustrating that they do well against not our division. We have the most doubles per game, which is ridiculous. So we got the most people on second base per game in the league. We are almost dead last in triples per game, which makes sense. Yeah, Pitt, it is really frustrating to watch right now. That's why I'm going through and I'm pooping on them a little bit. We're top 10 in RBIs per game, which is crazy. We are. I don't even see us on this list. Oh, we're dead middle for walks per game, which is fine. Yeah, the baseball gods did not want us scoring yesterday, Brad. Yep, Mr. Irrelevant. I remember that. Hunter Renfroe would be nice hitting 7th behind Story. Yeah. I love JBJ. And the prospects we got are killing it in the minor leagues. So they are already behind 4-0 in the third inning, Pitt. Bello's doing all right. His command is a little off, and he's throwing a lot of pitches dead down the middle, and it's getting burned. That's what's going on here. And a little bit of a throwing error by Xander. So we're 10th in strikeouts per game. That's crazy. I mean, we're definitely not even close to the top of stolen bases per game, right? We're probably dead last. Oh, we're not. We're 24th. Minnesota has less than 1/10 of a steal a game. That's ridiculous. Towards the dead middle in RB or sack fly or no sack hits. I don't know what the difference is. Sack hits, sack flies. We are third in the league. That makes a ton of sense. It feels like half of our runs come from sack flies. So yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I wonder who's been hit by pitches the most. The Mets. That makes sense. Baltimore's up there. Wow. The Red Sox don't really get hit. 12th. Guess the team that's been hit the least. Yeah, it's really what they do, Clip. They get sack flies. That's been their MO this year. I want JD to take this guy yards so bad. He's gonna ground into a double play. Maybe. Oh, look at JD Martinez turn on the gas a little bit, huh? Yeah, he's not gonna. He won't be up here for a while, Pitt. This will probably be his one start in the majors. At least until at the very least September. Probably more realistically next year. They'll start bringing him into the rotation a little bit. I talked about this in my video when he came up, and Chad, I want to get your opinion too. My thoughts on Bello is that the Red Sox, they're being super cautious with him because realistically, we might be able to use him in the bullpen, right? Obviously, this is his first outing, not exactly going fantastic, but at the same time, he could be a one inning kind of pitcher in the bullpen, right? But they aren't doing that. And I think the reason they aren't doing that is because they want him to go straight from a minor league starter to a major league starter, right? They don't want him to have that purgatory year in the major leagues. And I think that might be the best strategy for Bale. But let me know what you guys think because I don't know. Yesterday, the only reason they were even close to in that game relevant was because of Xander Bogaerts. So I don't know about that. Yeah, I kind of felt the same way, but I was excited to see him put on the Red Sox uniform and take a glimpse at the future. But at the same time, I didn't think it was going to be anything crazy like that. Yeah, I think I'm on the same page, Pitt. Come on, Xander. Ugh. It's only the third inning, but this will be the second time already this game they left a runner on third base. Again, leading the league. We are dead last with runners left on base. That's crazy. Dead last. Runners left in scoring position, we're third to last. Runners left on base, we are dead last. Which is crazy too, because we have one of the highest run differentials in all of baseball. Yeah, the Yankees series will be tough. I was hoping they'd be able to win the Rays series and kind of go 500 with the Yankees. Does that make sense? Like lose both the Yankees series probably, and then go 500 with the Rays. Maybe not looking like it's happening. We'll see. Unless they do a 4-game sweep with the Rays down in Tampa, probably not going to happen. But it's only the third inning. We got some time here. But yeah, I'm real scared of the Yankees. Yeah, I don't know what they even do to get. Like we're fourth in run differential, which is crazy. Like we're fourth in run differential, but dead last with runners in scoring position. It doesn't make sense to me. Like the statistics don't match up. What was Xander's lineup spot typically in 2018? Oh god, 2 hole maybe? No, Who's our leadoff hitter that year? Was Mookie our leadoff hitter? So you had Jackie at 9. I'm just trying to fill spots here. Xander was either Boga or okay. So Jackie was 9th. JD was 3rd. 9th, 3rd, probably 8th and 7th were Benintendi and Vasquez. Probably Benny was 2. Mookie was leadoff. Maybe that's it then. Yeah, 5th. I think you're right. I think 5th is where he was at. So he was 5th. Mookie was 1st. Benny was 2. Devers was JD was 3. Xander was no, because that doesn't make sense. Now you got me all messed up. Power nothing this year. Yeah, if they don't hit home runs, they don't win games. It's crazy. I think Mookie Betts is leadoff. We know that. I know JD was 3rd. I remember that. That would make Devers 4th, Xander 5th. Well, now you got me thinking Xander. Now you're saying JD was cleanup. But there's no way they went Mookie, Benny, Devers, JD, Xander. Oh, crap. Oh, no. The Nesson camera crew needs to figure it out. I'm going to say that every stream until the day I die, I think. JK, we're talking about 2018. I'm trying to figure. I mean, I could look it up, but I think it's more fun. Now you think Moreland was cleanup. I forgot about Mitch Moreland. Moreland, I think, was cleanup during the postseason, but I don't know if he was cleanup during the regular year. JD was definitely 3. That I know, yes. I'm almost positive JD was 3. And I can almost guarantee you Jackie was 9. And I think we've come to the conclusion that Mookie was 1st. So we need 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Ugh, another double. And they're tattooing Bello right now. Absolutely tattooing him. The Devers switched off with Brock Holt at 3rd base. Yeah, I think you're right too. I'm trying to remember. It's kind of tough because if when you think about it, you're 4 years removed from 2018, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. Steve Pearce was hitting 3rd on that 2018 team. I don't know about that. 2018 Red Sox lineup. We're doing this. What do you think it'd be on? They have Ryan Brazier with an Angels picture. That's bizarre. I forgot Sandy Leon. Eduardo Nunez was probably towards the bottom. Did Sandy Leon catch more games? Well, actually, I'm going to look. Yeah, he did. He caught more games than Vasquez that year. So Xander was 5th. That means where was Devers didn't really play a whole lot, I guess. You're right. Yeah. 2018 was the best Red Sox team I think we've ever had. Yeah, Steve Pearce was a deadline pickup, right? Devers was 6. So what does it look like, Iman? So what you're telling me is it was probably wait, don't put it in the chat yet. Let me guess. Mookie 1, Benintendi 2. You're saying Steve Pearce, so I'll go Steve Pearce. So we'll talk about the World Series. Steve Pearce, Steve Pearce, JD, Xander. There's an audio issue. Ugh. Give it a second. There won't be in a second. Hold on. How about now? Still an audio issue? Check. Better? Good? Okay, yeah. I'm working on it. Good, good. Okay. We're good. I reload the stream, maybe my end. I don't know. I think everyone kind of felt at the same time. What's up, Mayo? It's better? Okay. We're good. Anyways, back to what I was saying. 2018 World Series lineup. Mookie, Benintendi, Steve Pierce, JD Martinez, Xander Bogaerts, Rafael Devers, 6. 7, 8, 9 probably moved around a little bit. But just based off of Devers being 6, you probably go Nunez, 7, Sandy Lone, 8, and JBJ, 9. It's comeback season. I feel it, chat. I feel it. 2018 Steve, better than your favorite player? Yeah, he was. He was insane. Bello ain't doing great, huh? No, there have been better outings by pitchers this year, Mayo. That's a strike. Oh. Might need to break out the rally hat and tie. If they could score 2 runs, I'll break it out. 7th, Kinsler. 8th, JBJ. 9th, Vasquez. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm honestly kind of surprised Vasquez was batting 9th. Didn't he have a decent year in 2018? Or was that 2019 he had a decent year? Yeah, I think Mitch Moreland played, but I think he was more off the bench. I don't think he started a ton. Yeah, Kinsler was like that was such a weird moment in that 2018 team having Kinsler on there. Yeah, that is crazy, Iman. Yeah, that's true, Griffin. I forgot about that. Vasquez was horrid in 2018. I don't remember him being horrid. Let us take a look, shall we? 2018. Oh my God, you're right. He was terrible. Jeez, hit 207 with a 540 OPS, 46 OPS plus. Yikes. Kinsler had some, I think he had some big hits in that postseason run. It's just a weird like when you think about like how dominant that team was to have Ian Kinsler on there for 1 year, it was crazy. 242 with a 604 OPS. Man, Vasquez was a hole. Yeah, Kinsler sucked. The same time though, wasn't he? He was a pickup of the deadline too. Interesting. Are we Sunday night baseball again? I'm trying to figure that out. I'll let you guys know what day we're going to stream the Yankees. It's either going to be this week or next week. I still have to figure it out. No, yeah, Kinsler did have a great career before coming to Boston. You're right. With the Texas Rangers specifically, he was fantastic. A lot of plus OPS plus this year. You guys think Mookie Betts is a shoe-in to be a Hall of Famer? Yeah, that's true. Kinsler did have a gold glove. Yeah, Mookie's season was insane. Oh, yes. Yes, Mayo. I didn't realize Mookie finished second in MVP voting in 2016. Of course they make diving plays against us. That's just the type of game we're having right now. Best right fielders of all time. Who else do you put in that cat? I don't really know specific outfield positions very well. He's a top 3 all-time seasons. He led the league in runs, batting average, slug. He had 32 home runs, 80 RBIs. He had a 30-30 season with a 1.087 OPS. That's insane. 180 hits, 47 doubles. Yeah, you're probably right. It is. Yeah, that's crazy, Griffin. Man, I love Mookie Betts, man. That was one of the saddest days when they traded him away. Really was. 2 in a row we're getting robbed. 2 hard line drives in a row we're going to rob. Got it. I think he went on the Bradfo show and he talked about that, how the whole thing is that like he didn't really want to be in Boston. I don't know if that's entirely true. I just think he wanted to be somewhere that wanted him. You think we'll win this game regardless? I like the way you're thinking, Lil. Yeah, I think you're right, Iman. Yeah, I mean Trout's got the notoriety, right? I don't think it's Rafaela. Yeah, it is Sedane. Look him up, Mayo. Look him up compared to Mookie. Yeah, that's the thing, Pitt. That's exactly what it was. He loved the fans, he loved the atmosphere, but he didn't love Boston. Yeah. No, the Dodgers have benefited greatly from Mookie. I mean, any team that Mookie's going to be on is going to benefit him greatly. Just how it goes. All right, still a lot of game. We got a lot of game. Let's just make this a game, chat. Come on. Yeah, Mookie was that was a tough one. That was a really tough one. But then again, are you going to pay him $400 million? Yeah, Mookie said a couple of times that he really wanted to stay in Boston. But at the same time, he also, when he went to the Dodgers, after he signed that contract with the Dodgers, he talked about how he loved it so much better in LA than he ever did in Boston. So I don't know. At the end of the day, only Mookie knows whether or not he wanted to stay in Boston. Right? Like at the end of the day, we're never going to know if Mookie Betts truly wanted to stay in Boston. Yeah, Bob, I was gonna ask you what you thought of him. For 400 mil, I'd love LA more than Boston too. I mean, $100 million is so much money to just say no to. It really is. Like Griffin, the way you kind of look at it the same way I do. You don't understand why players want so much money over winning and loyalty, right? Players will go to bad teams that pay them a ton of money just to get paid, but then that check gets put in your face. Like, I don't know if you'd be able to say no. If someone stood next to you with $300 million cash and $400 million cash, Which one are you going to every single time? Like it's hard to sit there and say no. It is. Depends on holdings that's a good point too. Depends on who's holding that 300 million. That's fair. Yeah, look at Jose Ramirez. It's definitely no. You're saying all fair points, Griffin, and I'm on your side. I totally agree with you. If I was in the MLB, I think my mindset would be, I want to play not only where I'm wanted most, but in a team where I can feel comfortable and I'm competitive. And if it's $100 million less than what I'm making, it's probably a bit of an easier decision. But we don't. I don't think any of us will ever. I don't think any of us will ever legitimately sit down and have that huge contract interface. Chris Bryant's still more for taking that Rockies offer. I don't know if he got many other offers, to be honest with you. Oh, here comes Diekman. Great. Diekman just got such nasty stuff. It scares the hell out of me. Yeah, irrelevant. That matters to like GMs who are trying to manage a budget and for um basically just GMs trying to manage a budget and for front offices, but to a player, right? You're not really thinking about your average annual value. You're looking at average annual value. You're looking at the total lump sum because that's what you're going to end up getting paid anyways. Is that true, Clip? Yeah, if Diekman came into my window late at night, one, I'd be absolutely shocked that Diekman was there, but two, I'd be terrified. Look at that face. I'd be terrified. Yeah, that'd be. I will spend money on a nice little Xander card. Ooh, that baby Diekman. That probably wasn't a strike, but we will take that. Think about how much your rent costs, and imagine how long you'd be able to pay for it with 300 mil compared to. Yeah, we did get a Schwarber card, Pitt. Griffin, if I knocked on the door as a 6-year-old and saw Jake Diekman as the Grim Reaper, I would think I was dead. I would just assume I was dead. Yeah, that looked good. Hopefully, he can do it for the rest of the inning here. Like John Schreiber. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm shocked. Maybe they're saving him, hoping he gets into the All Star game. Why, Mayo? Yeah, but the last thing I'll say about Mookie is I really like Pitt's point where it's not just him making the decision too. Like if we got the check in front of us and we were told, this is how much you're making, but you get to stay on the Red Sox. This is how much you're making, but you can go over here. But then you get, your mom's coming in. It's like, hey, look how much I've done for you. Like, and obviously this is kind of a crappy thing for a mom to do, but see, look how much I've done for you. Wouldn't it be nice if you could, retire me as well as retire you at some point? Your wife is saying, hey, we've got a couple kids on the way. Let's set them up for life. And obviously 300 million might do that, but 400 million might make that a little bit easier. So that's the last thing I'll say about Mookie. Let's focus on this game. See if we catch a dub. A little bit of work to do here in the 5th, but we got a lot of time left. It's only one game for the CPU, really? Yeah, 100 million probably would, but when you start to think when you're in a room with your family members and stuff like that, there could be some outside interest. There could be people on your side that want you to take the money. What if at the same time too, Mookie's wife is like, we could be $100 rich or $100 million richer and live in LA. So I don't know. What is a Rosarena barking at him? Diekman's looking great tonight, yeah. Let's focus on Rafael Devers' torque compilation. Okay. Jack, you made it. Maybe you're the good luck charm we need. Yeah, Diekman's doing his job right now. Let's see if he can finish it off here. It's been our problem. We get to 2 outs and then things start falling apart. You missed the entire debut, Jack, of Brayan Bello. It's not just giving it out, Pitts. At the same time, you got so much other stuff to consider. Like the location definitely had something to do with it. Living in LA. No, you're right, Griffin. It's still a lot of money. I'm just saying, when you're in that room and you have all these outside influences, you have other stuff to consider just besides the money. It becomes a little bit more of a difficult conversation. That's all I'm saying. Jack, his stuff looked pretty good, I would say. Um, it- Nothing was really lights out in the outing. I think a lot of it was control issues too. Um, I think it was a lot of nerves. He's throwing a lot of balls down the middle, change ups, sinkers, sliders. Everything was kind of over the plate. So wasn't exactly, I think, what anyone was expecting, but it's your first. It's your first start. Texted Mookie about this situation. Yeah, let's see what he has to say. Are the Red Sox fans behind home plate booing Jake Diekman right now? I despise LA. I've never been. I've heard only terrible things though. Always going to be a tough debut. Yeah, so many pitchers have rough debuts that end up being great. It's just that it's such a huge jump. I wasn't expecting him to blow the lights out, but I wasn't expecting 5 runs over 4 innings. Average Boston citizen. Yeah, yeah. I guess you're right. They're doing like. Are you see? If anyone's watching Nesson right now, the guys in the background doing this. Gun him. See ya. Let's go. How about one of the? I don't like the. I personally don't like the 4th of July hats. I'm not gonna crap on you if you did it, but personally, I don't love the 4th of July hats. I hear they've got a really good prospect in AAA called Chris Sale. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about him too. Got the potential to be a 200 strikeout guy. Yeah, I don't love him, Mac. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know why. I always refer to you as Mayo. I don't know why I went Mac there. Irrelevant likes him. There you go. I don't hate Diekman as much as other people do. I think it's because, yeah, I don't know. I know his stuff is so filthy that I can deal with the control. The only time I just don't think he's a closer, or could call you Brady. I could call you Brady, but I like Mayo better. Um, yeah, Iman. I think they were saving him. Actually, I think he said that to Jared Carabas. He said that he was saving him. I have a Sox Discord if you'd like to join. I gotta work on creating a Discord. I don't really know how Discord works, to be honest with you. I know you like put chats in there, right? But that's I think the next thing I'm gonna make is a I have to get on. What I have to do is I have to get on TikTok. Is he an opener now? I think they're being cautious with him because of the situation that we have in our rotation right now. Because we don't know. Because they don't know who and what and when the next start's going to come from. So, yeah, I think they're being cautious with Austin Davis right now, which kind of sucks because we could use him, but we also need someone to get in there and give us innings in the game. Definitely join a Red Sea Discord, TikTok. I look forward to your dance routine. It's just such a the problem is irrelevant. I don't know what Discord irrelevant. Do you have Twitter or Instagram? One of the two. Yes, I have both. Could you send me your Discord link on Twitter by any chance? I think I have DMs open. I'm not gonna go dancing on TikTok, but there's just I've seen. Thank you, Irrelevant. I just want to take a look at it because I don't really know what you do with a Discord. I've never been very into Discords. I don't know. That's kind of a stupid way to put it, but I've never really been into it. Can I do the WAP? If the Red Sox win the World Series, I will. But I've just seen so many people. I assume this is you, Jo, Mr. Irrelevant. 100K subs to see it. Yeah, that too. That's got to be the two stipulations. Yeah, but you just see, We Got Ice is blew up on TikTok. Now they're doing this full time. Just Baseball blew up on TikTok, and that's where they came from. I don't know. I just don't know what to do on there. Decent Red Sox community on Reddit too, if you're promoting. I know. Reddit's the other thing too I got to get on. I'm on the Red Sox Reddit, but I don't, I feel bad. I actually did when I first started this channel. Please get down. When I first started this channel, I tried to post, hey guys, made a YouTube channel. For those of you who don't want to listen to 45-minute podcasts every time you want to get Red Sox content, and it just got denied, so I haven't posted since. But yeah, the Reddit community is great. All right, let me take a look at this. Crazy Bo Sox fans. I have to download Discord for this. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do this after the game, Mr. Relevant. I'll try and see if I can. We'll see. You'll probably be able to promote it next stream, but I just want to take a look at it first. Oh, everyone's got the promotions, huh? What do we got? Hey, look at you. Oh, you got a literal promotion. Congratulations. That's awesome. Think Reddit would be a little bit more accommodating now that I've developed a good following? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I feel kind of weird just throwing my YouTube channel on the Reddit page. All right. See you later, Mr. Relevant. Excuse me, choke on my water a little bit. You once started a fire with a Jacoby Ellsbury jersey? That's a little funny, Brad. I was mad at Jacoby Ellsbury that he did so many bad things for the New York Yankees. I think he was just low key trying to tank the Yankees. He was like, if the Red Sox aren't going to sign me, I'll just go to the New York Yankees and tank. That's awesome, man. That's a ton of fun. Yeah, exactly, Pitt. I don't think I've ever been mad enough at a player to burn a jersey. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I ever burned a jersey. I was mad at the Jacoby Ellsbury one. Does stick out to me as being like super mad because I did love Jacoby Ellsbury. Oh, here comes Salamora. We need to get some runs across the board here. This is ridiculous. We can't drop our last three series. We also can't drop the only series we've had against AL teams in a month. Not the end of the world. We still have a lot of game left. Sitting on the ashes of a Matt Barnes jersey right now. I don't know. If you bought a Matt Barnes jersey, if you have a Kevin Millar jersey, that's a good one to have. That's one you wouldn't want to burn. Yeah, I don't think I've ever like burned a jersey. It crushed you. Yeah, that's fair. I love Jacoby Ellsbury. I was pissed when he left too, but in the offseason, you should get Diamond Dynasty content to try. I think some stuff like a Red Sox themed team would be cool. I've been trying to integrate it somehow because I don't want. I don't know. It's a tough. Yeah, it's just tough because I don't want my channel to be too many different things. But I was thinking about trying this off season, especially trying to get some of our prospects onto an MLB show game with me. See if they want to hop on. I think that'll yeah, the off season will be interesting, especially like December. Yeah, December through like the end of January. There's not really a ton going on. Yeah, a second channel at some point would be great. Any plans to do a Fenway visit blog? I've been thinking about that too. I'm going to a ton of games coming up here. I'm going to one of those Blue Jays series games. I'm going to one of the Guardians series games. Um, would you guys be interested in a vlog? Yeah, Durant reminds me a lot of Ellsbury. Maybe play with some viewers. Yeah, I pay attention to Sox prospects. Yeah, you do pay attention to Sox prospects a lot. The guy definitely do a vlog. Like, what would you guys want the vlog to be about? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm comfortable. I don't know. I just don't know what I'd do. I've been thinking about it though. Yeah. If I were to do a vlog, it'd have to be on like a really cool. Like if I went to like if they do the wild card again. I know. I know what I do literally. I just don't know how I'd like use the footage and stuff. Like how to frame it in a way that's entertaining. Um, what was I just talking about though? I was going about to go on a rant and I completely forget what I was talking about. Oh, I think yeah, insider tips for Fenway. That's another one too. Yeah, yeah. It'll be yeah. I think the vlogs will come eventually, especially if we get to the postseason. Then I will for sure do a vlog at a Red Sox postseason game. Although I'm also considering if the Red Sox make the postseason, streaming every single game because I think those would be electric. That should go straight through. No, okay. Yeah, I picked up the Honus Wagner one too, Mayo, and I just could not. I've only used it once. The best things to do at Fenway Park, a Red Sox vlog. I'm all yeah. I think postseason streams would be a ton of fun. Obviously, the Red Sox have to get there first, and to get there, they have to compete against. They have to compete against the AL East, huh? Yeah, buying them was crazy, Pitt. I would just wait until you got the pack. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna drop to like 20K too, probably. Yeah, but I got so much stuff in my head for this channel. I actually have it written down. We have a schedule now, which is kind of crazy. Because obviously we got Thursday, obviously we got the series recap, which not looking like it's gonna be a good one. We gotta do a we got to do a MLB draft or Red Sox draft video. We got to be do a video grading the first half of the Red Sox season. Why is Sal Morris so wild? He's gonna take no, okay. There's another video I said too that I completely forgot about already. Oops, that happens to me. I'll just like I'll come up with these great ideas and then I'll just completely forget about them. Draft live stream, that'd be such a long live stream. I'll probably really realistically only do a video on like the first round. Cause there's so many videos. There's so many things in the draft. What's my favorite away stadium to watch on TV based on aesthetics? Oh, that's a good question. Based on aesthetics only, I can tell you which ones I don't like watching on TV based on aesthetics. Um, Tampa and Toronto, I have a really hard time watching live. I just don't like their stadium. Tampa's way or Toronto's way too blue. It doesn't look good on camera. Trying to think who they play a lot. I did like the Camden Yards. Um, I did like the Camden Yards aesthetic on TV. Not so much anymore with the big wall. I think it just ruins that stadium for me, in my opinion. The only reason I like watching Yankee games because they're always high intense. Yeah, the Rangers could be up there. I do like their stadium. I'm trying to think. I actually like watching the Houston Astros stadium on TV. I like the tint that the brick and stuff give it. Yeah, I'd say the Houston Astros. I like Seattle's. I think that's yeah, those are the two. I liked watching the games at Wrigley just because it was such a. And there goes Salamora. Come on, man. What do I think of the 1975 Red Sox uniforms? Let's look. Oh, I love those. Yeah, I love those uniforms. I want to get one of Jim Rice. I've always wanted like a Jim Rice. Those like one piece. Yeah, I love those. The home uniforms, the white ones. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these. Yeah, these are fire. All I know is Jim Rice from that team. I'm looking at a picture of Fred Lynn. I think this is Carl Yastrzemski. This will help me out. Did I see how terrible the Padres City Connect? I don't think I saw him. I don't think those are terrible. I like the color scheme in those actually. It looks like GTA a little bit actually. Like that reminds me of GTA a little bit. I think they could have like some of these uniforms. I think they could have done so much more with. Like the Giants, they could have done so much more with the Giants. The Angels, they could have done so much more with the Angels. Like I like the way they went with like the Washington Nationals. I like the Miami jerseys. I love the Red Sox yellow jerseys. They should put those bad boys back on. I'm so sick of losing. I don't love the Brewers jerseys. I think Brew Crew is a cool thing to put on the jersey, but I don't love it. Yeah, I don't know. Let me look at the City Connect and let me know which one you guys think is the best one. That isn't a Red Sox jersey. Sal Mark, we just get out of this inning, please. You like the Nationals? I like the Nationals too. People are ranking the Nationals pretty low. I think the worst ones right now are the Dodgers. Don't look anything different than the regular uniform. I don't love the Kansas City again. Looks like the regular uniform. Arizona Diamondbacks aren't great. I kind of like it a little bit. Wrigleyville's kind of the same way for me, where it's just their color scheme in a different way. There were a lot of people in Chicago rocking the Boston City Connect last weekend. That's awesome. I could imagine there were a lot of people doing that. The Astros, I have to admit, have a really cool jersey, a City Connect jersey. And I guess I don't hate the Brew Crew one. Salmore, please get out of this. Mayo, you should have just gone to Dick's Sporting Goods. Has so many of those yellow Red Sox jerseys. So many. If you guys are ever looking for one, go to Dick's Sporting Goods. Although if you're not in New England, that's gonna be a little tough. Brad, I would get one that's like someone who's probably gonna be here for a little bit. I would get Verdugo. Verdugo is a good one to get because you know he's gonna be here for a little bit, barring some crazy trade. Oh right, I forgot about that email. Yeah, get a Whitlock one. That's a good one too. Yeah, I think my favorite non-Red Sox City Connect jersey is the Chicago White Sox. I like that South Side on the front, and I have a really bad feeling that the Yankees City Connect jerseys are going to be the most fire ones. It's going to make me so mad. What are they pointing out on his shoes? Thought the same thing with Carl Crawford. Do I think Clemens and Bonds belong in the Hall of Fame? 1,000,000% yes. 1,000,000% I do, yeah. If Sal Moore walks the bases loaded right here, I don't want to hear any single person trying to defend him. I'm so over Sal Mora. I didn't like Robles. I don't like Sal Mora. Yeah, D geek 100%. It feels like that. It feels like that right now. Maybe don't leave, Pitt. Maybe just stay here. Maybe just stay here. The tweet might get retweeted. I don't know which one you're talking about. Is it the Sal Moore one from me? Because I just Clip, you might have to. Yeah, just give it a shot. I'm taking off the headphones. We need to change the scenery in this bad boy. Change it up a little bit. See if this helps. Yeah, that might need a retweet here soon. I just get rid of Salmora. I cannot stand Salmora out of this bullpen. I can't. Do I have a list of historical top 5 players of all time? Are you talking all in baseball or just the Red Sox? 'Cause I have a Red Sox one, I think. I leave and they score painful. Okay. Pitt, Griffin, you guys are not allowed to leave. Clip, get out when they're batting. All of baseball. Oh man, that is so tough, Iman. In a particular order, or just top 5. Salmore has an ERA under 3. He also leads the league in runs allowed, not earned runs, runs allowed. He just walked the bases loaded. He walked the bases loaded, Bob. Runs allowed. Runs allowed by pitchers. Wins about replacement. I'm pretty sure, Iman, was it you who gave me that? Where he's quite literally like last in the league and runs allowed? Like he just gets in and just anything. It's crazy. Bonds and Clemens definitely should be in. PEDs don't make contact or locate a pitch. Both run real. Yeah, Barry Bonds is one of the greatest players of all time. If you're talking top 5 players, oh no, he's about to walk in a goddamn run, isn't he? That's probably a pretty close list to what mine would be, man. Mine would probably be Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Ted Williams. I don't know if I put Babe Ruth in there. Oh my God, we're about to walk in a run, chat. Don't do this to me. 18 balls and 12 strikes. Why is Hirokazu Sawamura on this team? I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, Iman, I think that's about as close as you're going to get to greatest players of all time. Yeah. I don't know where I can disagree, honestly. Stan Musial is very underrated, yes. I don't know if Sale did bad. He allowed like what 3 hits. One of them was an absolute doink. If you were watching, it was just a little nubber off the end of the bat, off the third baseline. They were in a shift. He did walk 5 people, so that's not great, but I don't think it was terrible. Pete Rose was fantastic, but he made some legitimately bad decisions. I don't know. Yeah, I'm mad. Let me have it. Fine, rant it out in the chat. Oh no, dude. What is going on right now? I hope Alex Cora is literally writing on his little card there. Get this guy the hell off my team. I'm scared Sale's going to get rocked at first. He might. I mean, first game back, probably won't be super dominant. This game was over a while ago. I mean, when we were down by 4, it didn't seem like it. Now this is just deflating. He can't find the strike zone. Take him out of the game. Salmore's getting booed. I don't even know if that's it, Yanni. I just think once we give up runs early, we have to go to our bullpen. Oh, no. Okay. Koji Iwahara, are you talking about, Bob? I don't know if he's Japanese. I think he's Korean. He's just eating innings. But here's the problem I'm having with this Red Sox team right now. It's not that they get deflated. It's not that they give up. It's that when the starting pitching doesn't do well, then you have to rely on your bullpen for 4, 5, 6 innings sometimes. And that never goes well. Until we get some bullpen help, this is going to happen every single time. Hey, easy there, Mayo. Yeah, but the way you put that was tough. I hate to say it here, but Xander has been in the middle of our 3 losses on Saturday. The drop ball in the ninth, on the steal to lead. Yeah, last night, bad AB. Yeah. This is just kind of what happens. This is what's going to happen throughout the entire year. My hope is that when they have these down spells, though, they can keep themselves at least in contention. Like, even if they drop out of a wild card spot here, it's going to be hopefully it's just not enough to lose them a spot. That's my thought. It's gonna happen. This Red Sox team is a streaky team. They need to get hot at the right times. They got hot at the right time a month ago. Pretty much in May and June, basically, right? Halfway through May, all of June, basically. Now we just have to limit those cold streaks. If we can go, if we're cold against Tampa and New York, but then we bounce back and we beat Toronto, the Guardians, and the Brewers, then you end the month at 500. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, Jack. And unless they sweep the 4-game series against Tampa, it's not looking good. I mean, you can't get swept against Tampa. You didn't get swept. We didn't get swept against Tampa. What am I talking about? But the goal was to win these series, and I mean, who knows, right? Maybe we catch the Yankees on a little bit of a downward turn. Maybe this offense gets hot at the right time. We take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees, or 2 out of 2. Yeah, I mean it's a battle of the AL East for the wild card spots. But at the same time, too, you never know. Right now, the wild card, I don't know what it is after last night. So right now we lead by 1, right? The Guardians are down by 3.5. Seattle's by 4. Those are the White Sox are kind of the teams that I'm looking at here for possibilities. If we go down, what if we lose this series? We lose the series against the Yankees, and then we tie the next 2 series. Please don't bring them up. Okay. Yeah, the Yankees slowed down a tiny little bit. They're still gonna be tough to beat. Any chance the Angels can make a run? I mean, they have a worse record than the Orioles. The Angels aren't making a run. This is just what's been happening all year. Where we see stretches where this team's the best team in baseball, then we see stretches where they're just the worst team in baseball. It's about managing that, and if they can do well managing that, then yeah, I mean the Angels aren't doing it this year. Yeah, right now the Angels are basically 8 games out with a negative 83 run differential. It would be tough. I love that they still put the Royals, the Detroit Tigers, and the Athletics there. To put that in perspective as to how bad the Angels are this year, the Angels are only 2.5 games above the Detroit Tigers in the wild card standing. And the Detroit Tigers have one of the historically worst offenses in history. What we need right now is we need the do they count total wins or division leaders as top seeds? Division leaders, I think. This playoff structure is so confusing to me. Yeah, the Angels have fallen off a cliff. So the division leaders are top seeds, right? So how does the wild card work? If there are 3 teams in the wild card and there are 4 division leaders, or am I doing that wrong? 3 division. Okay, so I see. So 3 division leaders, right? And the 2 best teams out of those guys play each other, and then the last team plays a wild card team. Yeah, it's crazy that Trout and Otani, like Trout is like statistically one of the greatest players ever. Otani is one of the most talented players ever, and they still can't put together a winning season. Crazy. Uh, okay, let's take a look at. Ah, crap! I can't go on MLB.com because it's so zoomed in. Okay, so yeah, so we know 3 division winners, 3 division winners, 3 wildcard teams, 3 wildcard teams. Okay, here we go. So this is what's going to happen. So the number 1 seed is the best league record. The second best, this number 2 seed is the second best division winner, and the third is the third best division winner. So right now it'd probably be Yankees 1, Astros 2, and I don't even know who's Twins 3. And then 4, 5, and 6 are just the top 4 wild card spots, or the top 3 wild card spots. Okay. Um, and then I don't know who gets the bye. So I think what happens is the number 1 seed gets the bye, and the number 2 and I don't know. I can't figure it out. Red Sox are the most unwatchable good team. I think the top 2 teams get a bye from the first round and 3 wild card series. That's what I'm thinking too. 4 wild card participants, 3 each division plays the worst wild card team. Third place division winner. Okay. Offense can't get anything going. This has been incredibly frustrating. I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. It's tough. It really is. Yeah. It's just I don't know. I think that's just how it's gonna be from here on out. It's just we're either gonna be scoring 8 runs a game or we're gonna be scoring no runs a game. Yeah. I think that's how they're at right now. All right, I figured out the full playoff structure. So the number 1 seed will play the winner of the 4 and 5 game. And the number 2 seed will play the winner of the 3 and 6 game. That makes sense. Yeah, that's it's way too early. Anthony, we just lost. I mean, they could still do something this game. I really don't think so. Okay, hold on. Let me explain a couple things to a couple people. Anthony, to say that they're out is just maybe they don't win a World Series this year, but to say this isn't our season and to say we won't be competitive this season just isn't true. Right? I mean, we still, even if we lose this game, we're still in a wild card spot. We're still in third place in the division. We're tied for third place in the division, right? Like to say the season is out of hand is just simply not. It's simply not true. I gave up on. Secondly, Ryan Brian Bello was not bad. I mean, it's a major league start, right? You're jumping from AAA where you've been pitching all year, and one and two, he's only had 6 starts in AAA. He's been playing in AA and single A before that. So he did 6 starts in AAA, and then all of a sudden he is a big league pitcher, right? There's going to be some wiggle room. There's going to be some wiggle room. I don't think anyone was expecting him to go 7 innings, shut down ball. It was a tough outing. He got nerves. He's at Fenway Park against a really good offensive team. It's going to happen. Yanni, Valdez has been pretty wild this year too. I don't think there's any. I think Sal Moore needs to be option for a guy we bring in. Right, giving up on this team now is in my opinion ridiculous. I wouldn't mind another start before he goes back down. I wouldn't be surprised if he got another start, but I don't think he will. Because I think Walker's coming back, Chris Sale's coming back after this start. Evaldi and Whitlock are throwing bullpens. I just don't think they're going to keep him up here when he's got he still has stuff to work on. Again, he's only pitched 6 games in AAA. Totally agree, Jack. And I wouldn't even say 3 relievers. Nah, I think they need Sale too badly. I think Sale's up. I think he'll come up. We'll see though. You know it's a bad game when the when the highlight reel on Nesson has to be of the Tampa Bay RBI leaders. Yeah, Jack. I would say they're 2 relievers away from being a World Series contender. I would say first base is definitely a hole they need to fill, but if they can get 2 really solid relievers, I think we're in a good spot. Yeah, Davis cut his hair. He looks like a starter. I'm definitely not giving up on this team, but the confidence and hope I had once is shattered. I think everyone was expecting this to be a dogfight this year, and it's exactly what it's going to be. The Yankees were surprised they ran away with the division, but every other wild card spot is going to be an absolute dogfight, and that's what we're just going to get for the rest of the year. Do you think Whitlock goes to a closer role? Or do you think they keep Houck there once this team is fully healthy? I don't think they're planning on putting him back into a closer role. Um, I don't think they're going back into a closer role at all. I think they'll use him as sort of a middle relief guy and just sort of spot him here and there. So that'd be my guess. I heard Walker could be back tomorrow, but didn't he say he has a dead arm that could keep him out for a while? I think his plan is to start Friday. I think that's the plan. Friday. Brian, I promise you, dude, we will be in the dogfight towards the end of the year. We will. I'm not guaranteeing a playoff spot, but I'm telling you right now, we will be within 1 game of a playoff spot towards the end of the year. Whether or not that means in or out, I don't know. But yes, our AL record really stinks, especially against the AL East. It would suck. It really does suck. But at the same time, you don't need to win every game against the AL East to get into this. It helps. For sure. It would give it if we had come in here and we had swept the Tampa Bay Rays, we'd have a 3-game lead in a wild card spot. That's a nice little cushion, which is what we would love. But at the same time, Now we're tied right now. Considering this game is probably over, right? Barring some insane comeback, we are now tied with Tampa and we are now tied with the Toronto Blue Jays. That's what we thought going into the season. Although we thought that it was going to be us versus the Yankees in Tampa, not the Toronto Blue Jays. But this is what we expected. Sox are minimum 3 new players at the deadline. Look at last year's right. Exactly. We need at least 2 arms and we need a first baseman. I no, Mystic, you're right. We do need to be able to beat them in the playoffs, but again, once you get to the playoffs, everyone's 0-0. Everyone's 0-0. Right? So yeah, the regular season sucks and maybe there's less confidence from us going into the playoffs because of it. But if you're sitting in that dugout or in that bullpen or in the clubhouse at some point, you're looking at these guys like, look, we might have not done well during the regular season, but we're at home, we're at Fenway, we're at Tampa, we're wherever, but our records are 0-0. Guys to the future of first base. We probably need some short-term improvements there. Bringing a cheap veteran. Also need right-handed relievers. We should certainly be in contention. Yeah. I think even without first base, we end up in contention, right? We're in contention now without first base. Imagine where we'll be with 2 relievers, right? So the negativity is there. The negativity is there, and I get the negativity because it's been so difficult to watch. The Red Sox get beat down again and again and again, but you're also talking about a team that even with losing every single series to the AL East is in contention for a playoff spot. And on top of that, if you add those bullpen arms, and yes, we need a first baseman, and we will talk about that in a second, but you add those bullpen pieces earlier in the year, and you are a second place team by a good margin. And you've won probably half of those AL East games series. Right? So the negativity, while I understand it, we're about to hit the trade deadline. We're about to hit the All-Star break. We're about to get here and there, and we're about to make a lot of improvements to this team. Chaim Bloom has already said that he will get 2 relievers at the trade deadline. You can't give up on it now. You just simply can't. We've made it this far. We've made it in contention this far. To say, his team ain't got it. It hasn't beaten an AL opponent yet. Fine. I'm not going to argue the facts with you, but what I will say is that there is an entire other half of baseball left. And this team is going to be different. This team is going to have Sale. It's going to have a Valdi back. It's going to have a Paxton coming up the rear. It's going to have Whitlock in that bullpen. You're gonna hopefully get Kike back into a more utility type role. You're going to get Jackie Bradley Jr. maybe even possibly off the team. This team isn't going to look like the first half anymore. That's all I want to say. Josh Bell's a filler, yeah. Josh Bell will be a great addition to this Red Sox team. Exactly, Pitt. All that matters is October. After the next 10 days, we might be in some trouble. Oh, 100%. I'm talking about if the Red Sox can go 500 in this, and it's going to be difficult. I'm not saying this is going to be easy or fun to watch. Right? Every single game, I'm going to be sitting there on the edge of my seat, heart pounding. I'm sweating right now, and the Red Sox are losing 6-0. Right? But then, even if you go a little bit below 500, you get knocked out of a playoff spot. You're 2 spots back, right? Then you get the All-Star break. You start over a little bit. You start 2 games behind. Then you go in, you face the Blue Jays. You face the Guardians. Maybe you knock down the Guardians a little bit. Now you're really in contention. You're 1 game back, and the Guardians are 5 games back. Then you play the Blue Jays, and you knock around the Blue Jays a little bit. Now you're in the game. Now you're in the lead in a wild card spot with 2-3 game lead, right? With an entirely different team. So even if this series doesn't go exactly as planned, if you can split these if you can split these Tampa Bay series, maybe you sneak in 2 wins in the 4-game series against the Yankees and you get swept in the other series, fine. That's realistically where we need to be. That would be insane, Iman. Love to pick up Mancini. Yeah, I don't know if Mancini would go to a place in the division. I don't even know if the Orioles would ever trade Mancini. He's such like he's the face of the or the Orioles, realistically. Yeah, I don't know about Jesus Aguilar. I don't even he hasn't been doing too well this year, Yanni. I think we did this. We did this statistic. Those arms sound great in theory. However, we can't score on a regular basis. That's yeah. Again, that like I've said, this team is a very streaky team. They're either the hottest team in the world or the coldest team in the world, especially offensively. But if your pitching can carry you in the spots where you're not super hot offensively, right? Maybe this game's different if Evaldi starts or Pavetta doesn't have the start he had yesterday. This game doesn't matter. There's all these different type of variables that your pitching can carry you to a championship. You just need to have the right guys. And it's not like the Red Sox offense has been silent all year. They're hot and cold. It just happens. That's how this Red Sox team has been they were this way that last year too. They got hot at the right time. How many of you thought the season was over when we got swept by Baltimore at the end of the year, right? Then you get hot at the right time, you sneak your way into a playoff spot, and suddenly you're 2 wins away from a championship. Trade Kike and Dahlbeck after getting Bell. I love Kike Hernandez. Eric, you're probably not far off, right? If you can get Josh Bell here, you could probably make do without Kike and without Dahlbeck because Kike will have a lot of value. Dahlbeck, not so much, but you could probably get a pretty decent arm for Kike Hernandez. Yeah, I'm missing. That is crazy. Great World Series teams have dominant closers. We need Hader. I would love Hader. It would cost so much to get Hader, but I would love Hader. I'm concerned about Evaldi. Yeah, Evaldi's a concern for sure. Seems like he's been pretty slow to come back. He's a little bit behind Whitlock. Although, from what I heard pregame, is that Evaldi's feeling pretty good. That being said, Iman might be on the right page, talking about you know what do the Red Sox do if by the trade deadline Evaldi's not where he was? Trading Evaldi is possible. Yeah, it is. I wouldn't be shocked by it, but at the same time, I don't know his trade value is very high right now. What about Kike to first base? He be platoon there in LA, then keep Duran in center, maybe get a right fielder. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that could play. I think I don't know. Then you're asking the question: would you rather have Arroyo or would you rather have Arroyo there, or would you rather have Kike there? And I don't know who you'd rather have. Arroyo's swinging the hotter bat right now, but Kike's been on the list for a while. He still isn't feeling great. That's another guy who, what are you going to do with the trade deadline? He's hurt. People aren't going to want that. Oh, come on. All right, there's a little life left in him, huh? How much money on Devers hitting home? I would love Devers coming back and just murking a ball. I would love for the Red Sox to make a statement against the Yankees. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, Arroyo's been doing great lately. Since he's come back, he's been an absolute weapon for the Red Sox. Yeah, that's what Bob. That's what Ryan was just saying. He was just saying that he platooned there in LA for a little bit. Red Sox getting healthy. Sale and Evo is 2 easy wins every 5 days. Yeah. Keep Arroyo out of the outfield or Kike, Eric? Any intent on a draft video? It's coming out. It'll come out probably. Oh, no shot. Franchi just. Did he? No, he didn't. God damn it. Arroyo. Yeah, I mean, if they could get. I mean, right now they got Ref Snyder to platoon with JBJ, and I'm perfectly fine with that. If anything, I might have Rep Snyder in there every single day. You know, why not? But yeah, Jonas, there'll be a draft video. Um, there'll be a draft video out probably early next week, depending on the date. I'm gonna probably put it out probably a week before um, probably a week before the draft. So whenever that is, 5 days. There will definitely be one out. Yeah, Ryan, he should be back. He should be back probably in the next couple of weeks, would be my guess. But then you got a problem because you got so many lefties in that bullpen. What do you do? I'm kind of out on JBJ now. We talked about it in the video I had where we talked about his replacement. I still do think he adds value to this team. I do think defense matters, but you can't have him in every single day. What is going on with this Red Sox offense right now? It's not like they're hitting the ball. It's not like they're just blooping the ball everywhere. They're hitting the ball. Verdugo almost went out. Frenchie almost went out. Story almost went out. Verdugo also had a line drive that almost got down. Story got robbed. I mean, we're hitting the ball hard. We're just getting unlucky this game. It's crazy. Yeah, if you're gonna make a push to the playoffs, JBJ can't be in here every day. It's that simple. Which sucks because again, I love JBJ, but hear me out, Kike and JBJ for Hader and Barnes or Burns. I'm in. I would love to have someone named Corbin here. Reassure me here, it was never really a possibility to keep Kyle Schwarber. It wasn't, unless you wanted to get rid of JD Martinez, which not. I mean, but then at the same time, it would look a whole lot worse. I'll tell you that right now with Kyle Schwarber in any outfield position, any of them. And he was terrible at first base. Love him. He was terrible at first base though. It was just way too much money for the production. What happened to Robles the Great? You joined late, Eric. We're having a little bit of a celebration of life for Robles there. He'll probably get picked up. What happened? Yeah, does anyone know what happened to Erod? Did they void his contract? Corbin, since Bale will probably be sent down after tonight, who will we call up in his place? Do you think since we DFA'd Robles? Um, Good question. My guess is they just sort of slot Whitlock in there. That's my guess. Is they kind of keep they don't fully DFA him or DFA him. They fully don't option him back until Whitlock's ready to go. Sale, yeah, or Sale's ready to go. Sandy Alcantara would be an insane get, Jonas. Yeah, I feel bad for you, Rod, man. He's got to be going through it. This is Tyler Danish, another guy where like Danish was good at the beginning of the season, but you're not going into a playoff series putting Danish in the seventh, right? Yeah, we'd have to give up so much to get Sandy Alcantara. You would have you. I mean, we're talking Marcelo Meyer in that mix. I mean, he's a Cy Young candidate. That'd be crazy. I mean, it'd be so cool, but you would have to give it. That would be a Dombrowski move. Time Bloom not making that move. Oh yeah, the Danish emotes. I forgot about that. R.I.P. Man. I really thought he was gonna be something in this. I really thought he was gonna be something in this team, but no, I agree. Light. I mean, they can't get big outs. The Rays are just smacking us around. It's crazy. Where is everyone tonight? Yeah, this tends to happen. Eric, the views tend to when um, when the Red Sox have no chance of coming back, basically. But that doesn't matter. I love talking to you guys, anyways. If there was two people in here, I'd be happy. I know. I saw that, Iman. I think that was a nickname. I don't think Carabas gave that to him. I think that was a nickname he heard. I have no idea what Barnes is up to. Nothing. Wait, that happened to the same thing that Erod's going through happened to the same thing with Zobras? I don't remember that. I wouldn't be shocked if they move Barnes on in the 60 day until they can figure out whether they want to DFA him or not. In all honesty. Like I would be kind of shocked if he makes a legitimate comeback on this roster. Because if you think about it, right, you're putting Whitlock in there. Yeah, we're talking about the Erod status thing. No one really knows. They haven't heard from him since he left. Right. So you replace Robles with Whitlock, which great. Then, right, if you really want to be competitive, you get if you really want to be competitive, you get two very good setup / closer type relievers in that bullpen, which means you got to get rid of two people at the minimum. Because then what do you do with Winkowski, right? That's really messed up. That sucks. Yeah, I would take time off of baseball for that too. Um, so in my opinion, if the Red Sox are legitimately going to change this bullpen, you have to not DFA option Salmar, and you either have to option Danish or you have to get rid of Barnes. Do you think Barnes is hard to release because of how long he's been with the organization? Like they think they can maybe still fix him, so something serviceable. Yeah, yeah. I think that has something to do with it too. But I think a large part of it is that was the first extension that Heimblum gave, if I remember correctly. That's admitting fault, and Heimblum doesn't tend to do that. The Red Sox in general don't tend to do that. I think that's part of it too. They're going to hide their mistakes until either this off season or after. They're going to try and do that. That's kind of what I. God, 6 about to be more. I can see. Um, Am I listening to OB? No, I turned off the broad. They tend to get really weird when they're losing by a lot, OB and X. So I just turned my sound off. And Brazier's been a little bit. Right now, in my opinion, but here's the problem, right? It's right now. I'd rather have Brazier than Danish or Salamora, but here's the problem: it's right now. Oh, he's talking about Erod. Is that why everyone brought it up? I do feel bad for Erod. Something bad must have happened for him to want to take that much time off and possibly even void a new contract. That must have been a real big thing. Yeah, Jack. That's the when you get down to the bare reason behind everything that's going on with Barnes right now, and the reason they've been pushing him so far. If it was anything, if Matt Barnes was on a 1 year deal, right? If he was on Jake Diekman's deal, no shot. No shot he'd still be on this team. He would be Hanzo Robles so easily, but because it was Heimblum's first extension, because he got big money to be their big reliever, they refuse to give up on him because they refuse to admit they're wrong, and it sucks. But it's always been like that for the Red Sox. So my guess with Barnes is that they're going to get 2, 3 pitchers at the deadline. They're going to say, "Oh, Barnes is on the 60-day DL." They're going to look at Barnes and say it's either this or giving this, or you're doing this, or we're DFAing you. Which one are you choosing? I would always choose DL or IL. Sorry, I keep calling it DL. In fairness, granting a new contract. Oh, no. I'm not saying the contract at the time didn't make sense, but it felt like after that, it just fell apart, right? And if you're the Red Sox, you probably could have seen that. You probably should have seen that coming if you're giving out big money. I don't know. Eric, we're losing by a lot, man. Vibes are not good. Don't even start with me. What happened to Barnes? He had some shoulder inflammation or something. Went on the 15-day IL like a month ago. I have no idea what happened to him. Okay, I'll hit you with a hard one. How about we make a play for CJ Cron and Daniel Bard? CJ Cron would be really hard to get. Daniel Bard, I wouldn't be shocked. Actually, in all honesty, that was the guy who was going to be in my second trade deadline video. Was Daniel Bard, because he's been lights out. Plus, it'd be such a fantastic story. A guy who couldn't make it here, went away, came back, and brought us to the playoffs. That'd be really cool. CJ Cron would be a lot of money, though. Or not money. That'd be a lot of. Yeah. We've got the ability to. We've got the ability to go out and get these guys. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to blow up the farm, basically. Are they in on Bednar? I haven't really heard any trade rumors yet. Like guys who are definitely getting traded and who's like knocking on the door. The only one I've heard is Drury. The Mets were in on Drury. That's really it. Barnes took a contract justification retreat. Cora has Cron has a 2-year. Cron is a 2-year contract. That might make it a little bit easier to get, but he's playing. I mean, he's playing all-star caliber first base right now. Which again, fantastic. Love to get him. We need it. We do. I don't even care what side of the plate he's on. We just need some production at first base. What's Eric Bedard up to? No idea. Probably pitching really well. They won't sell a farm this year. That's what my thought was too. Yeah, I mean, like pitchers in Bednar would be stupid expensive, yeah. About 6'4", man, dude. Yeah, pitchers tend to fade out pretty quickly. If you're not one of those like super all-star pitchers and you're not really a super serviceable pitcher. There are a lot more pitchers in this league than there are starting players. And that's why starting players are so much more valuable when you look at stats and everything like that. What have we been saying all stream? That the Red Sox could go out tomorrow and look at 10 different teams and get 10 different relief pitchers, and all of them would be able to help this team in some way. All of them. Sign Bartolo Colon. Wouldn't that be something? Pull him out of the Mexican league he's playing in right now. Do you see that? Throwing darts at like what, 45 in the Mexican league? It'll be. I mean, it's interesting that the Red Sox holes that we knew were there all season went away in the later half of May and all of June, and then made themselves abundantly clear in right before the trade deadline. And I don't think there's anything to that, but it's just weird. There's Devers rolling up a little tobacco. Bartolo still wants a contract from the Mets. That'd be hilarious. Stallone could out hit JBJ. Yeah. I mean, and you don't even have a super big hole in your outfield because realistically, when Kike comes back, you could quite literally just plug Kike into right field and see you later, JBJ, right? So the outfield, in my opinion, when you're looking at the trade deadline, doesn't make a ton of sense. But first base, you're either getting offensive production from Franchi, or you're getting good defense with Bob. When there are first basemen out there that you could probably get that could do both, which is what we need, right? This game would be 4-0 without the throwing error from Xander and the drop throw by Franchi. It is, yeah. It's a step above the entire league, 100%. Salamora threw 15 strikes and 22 balls in his outing. That's insane. No, I'm definitely not saying that, Mayo. I know you want it to happen, but I'm telling you, this team is a lot worse without Xander Bogaerts. It always will be. Even if he leaves during free agency, this team will be worse without him. I promise you. I know the dude makes mistakes, but it's just man, there's just so much. I mean, and I hope they do stuff at the deadline too. Look at the ramp put one off the wall. It would be kind of ridiculous if the Red Sox trade to get Benintendi back. It would be, but I don't think the outfield's that big of an issue because you got Kike, right? And worst case scenario, you've got a Royal, but you also have Ref Snyder, who's been great. So you've got options in the outfield. You don't have any options at first base. I have a bad feeling that the Red Sox this year went into 2022 went into 2022 hoping that either Bob or Cassis would have a breakout year, which sucks. It does. Because I think we all wanted Bobby Dahlbeck to be we all wanted Bobby Dahlbeck to do great this year. I think, I had him for a breakout year this entire offseason. Think the Reds sign Benintendi? That'd be interesting. I don't want him to go to the Yankees. I don't. Yeah, that would be just demoralizing if the Yankees got Benintendi, especially if they beat up on us in the next couple of series and then go and get Benintendi. Yeah, I mean everything that Xander does is just insane. Cassis or Dahlbeck are decent options, but that's what I'm saying. At the beginning of the year, that was their thought process. Their thought process was we have two really great prospects here. Cassis, if Bob doesn't work out, Cassis will be in the wings in 2 months. And then Cassis gets injured. And Bob doesn't do well. He never makes contact. No, he never makes contact up at the plate. Ever. It's crazy. Like he's even worse this year than he was last year. Are they in on Hap, the Yankees? I don't know. I think they are a little bit, yeah. Well, we all did Mystic. Yeah, I thought he was gonna be like a 240 hitter with a bunch of home runs. Like this was gonna be his year to cement himself in this Red Sox lineup. And I'm at the point now where if the Red Sox went into they're 2 for 4 in their last 4 games, though. That's not terrible. The Red Sox. I'm at the point now where not DFAing, optioning Bobby Dahlbeck makes sense. I would love to see Duran. Duran needs to steal home, and we're getting skunked this game. I think that's what's going to happen once Kike comes back. Is Bob gets option back down, but then where do you put him in AAA? Right, he pretty much just ride Pine. I don't know. Is Cassis back? Does anyone know? I haven't heard anything on Tristan Cassis. I can't. I don't even know if he's still playing or not. If he didn't have that super hot, Dahlbeck has options. Yeah, he's still in arbitration and whatnot. I'm trying to look and see if Cassis is playing right now. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, he hasn't played since May. Bob had a good second half, like a solid second half. Look at JD actually doing something, huh? Maybe he'll pull out of his slump. Little one run. Game ain't over. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, chat. Yeah, Bob had a good like second half, and then yeah, that's true, Iman. Yeah, Dahlbeck's power's gone. I don't know. Dahlbeck just wasn't the player that I think any of us thought he was really going to be. Which really sucks because I really like Bob, but I think we're at the point now where having him on the team is hurting him. But also not having a solid defensive first baseman is hurting it too. It's a tricky situation right now for the Red Sox. He's gonna hit a home run twice to equal a grand slam right now. Yeah, no one can. It's like he lost his approach. It's like he totally lost his approach at the plate, Bob. And he just can't seem to figure out why. Don't even do it. I will time your ass out, Maya. Who can we get at the trade deadline for first base? Oh man, there's I mean not so many options. There are a couple. Drury could play first base. Bell is the big one. Someone want Jesus Aguilar to be one. I mean, there are a couple options. Trey Mancini's kind of on the board there, but I kind of doubt that. Yeah, I think those are kind of your options. Let me just take a look down the league here. Seattle's probably not giving him up. The Detroit Tigers have Torkelson. Hanley Ramirez, bring him out of retirement. The Reds I already mentioned. The Nationals I mentioned. Who do the Pirates have at first base? The Vogelbach. Imagine if they trade for Chavis, get Chavis back here. Wisdom, maybe Wisdom is maybe Wisdom from the Cubs, not a terrible idea. You got CJ Crone from the Rockies. That would be kind of wild, and really don't think it'll happen. He did, yeah, he had a good couple months with us, Light. Yeah, I would like Drury too. He had a great last month. He'll probably have a good next couple months. Didn't he just get placed on the IL though? I thought they just placed him on the IL. Sorry, Dad. I'm trying to see if yeah, Crone would be a crazy one. Yeah, I mean Bob was such a hyped up guy, and he just, Oh, he is in the Reds lineup tonight? Then never mind. Drury back on the board. I would love to get Drury. I think Drury would be a great addition to this team. I really do. What happened to Montas? I don't know if the Red Sox go after starting pitching. I think they believe they have enough depth to carry them into a playoff run. And they wouldn't. I mean, they're not entirely wrong, right? We're seeing what we're getting from Winkowski, which is more than enough, right? And if you got Hill, Waka. Hill's been all right. Hill's been serviceable. Waka's been absolutely fantastic. Is that a home run? That is a home run. Great. Yeah, this game is so done. I mean, it was done in the fourth inning, but still. But yeah, I would love Drury on this team. I don't know if Drury would cost a whole lot. I don't know. Yeah, the Red Sox need to make a play for first base. Is Drury under contract? Oh, right. What happened to Frankie Montas? Yeah, I don't know if the Red Sox go after starting pitching. That's the thing too, Iman. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is, but you have to kind of weigh your options here, right? You have to kind of think about it. What are you going to prioritize more, bullpen help or starting pitching help? And you look at what the starting pitching has done this year, and you look at what the bullpen's done this year, and you have to prioritize the bullpen because you can only give away so many pieces and still be competitive, right? Technically, you could blow up the minor league system to get a Frankie Montas, then get a Scott Barlow, then get a Jorge Lopez from the Orioles. But you gotta kind of prioritize there. Danish is on the mound. Oh yeah, Montas did get injured. Yeah, Bob's just not doing it right now. What's your starting rotation with everybody healthy? I think right now, based on performances so far this year, it's tough. It really is. It's tough. Because I mean, the top two are Evaldi and Sale, but you don't really know when Evaldi's coming back. We don't know what we're getting from Sale. Then you got Pavetta, you got Waka, and you either have Rich Hill or you have Josh Winkowski in mind. I think Josh Winkowski's done enough to earn a starting spot on this team. If we're talking, 2 games out of a playoffs or 1 game out of a playoff spot, you got to win tonight. Who do I rather have on the mound, Hill or Winkowski? I'm taking Winkowski. But what do you do with Hill? I guess you could DFA him, but I don't know. So I think that's what the rotation's gonna look like, in my opinion. But who's your five, Iman? Who's your five? I don't know if I want Hill in the pen either. Like think about it. You got to think about it in terms of a playoff scenario. Paxton, yeah, but until then, I think you keep Winkowski, and then maybe give Winkowski a long relief role in the pen for the playoffs. But yeah, do you want Rich Hill in a game? You know, seventh inning, we're down by 1 run. You need to keep this lead. You're going to Rich Hill. Yeah, but when was the last time he was? I mean, okay. Let me see this here. Seabold, yeah, maybe put Seabold in pen, but what do you do with? I think Winkowski deserves a spot right now way more than Connor Seabold does. Yeah, that's my thought too. There, Genesis. I mean, Rich Hill's getting to the point now. He's been in the league for almost 20 years. Like, field of jeans. That's his. All right, let me see. When the last time he came out of the pen for the Red Sox? Looks like the last time was 2013. Yeah, the last time he was fully doing it was 20. No, I guess the last time he's fully doing it was 2013. Yeah. Yeah, that was the last time he's fully doing that. That's a long time ago. Yeah, I mean Rich Hill's a fine starting pitcher, but I think the entire time he was a placeholder. I like it, Mystic. I was surprised they haven't thrown him out yet, but I guess this is the ninth inning. I mean, he literally debuted. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like Rich Hill in the bullpen. So I don't know. Robert Vernon Dahlbeck is Bobby Dahlbeck's middle name. Yikes. Yeah, dude's hitting 208 this year with a 69 OPS plus. Well, here's my problem with Hill, right? Is I think in my head, right? The Red Sox are 1-1 with the Toronto Blue Jays in a series in Toronto. 1-1 in a series in Toronto, right? You got to the seventh inning of that game, and you got to get through. Whitlock is been pitching the entire game, right? You got to get through 2 innings to get to your closer, whether that be Houck or someone else. Then you send in Rich Hill, Dick Mountain. You're sending in Dick Mountain in the seventh. Anyone happy with that? I mean, I guess over Salmore or Danish or anything, but still. Ay, ay, ay. No, I don't think anyone's comfortable with that. Yeah, Vernon is a tough middle name. Put me in the bullpen. I know I play second base, but my coach put me in center because I got a cannon. There we go. Perfect. Yanni's coming in, fixing everything. And so, well, sometimes slow can be good out of the pen, especially if you've got a hurler for the first 6 inning, right? But at the same time, when you're talking about playoff situation, you want Rich Hill lobbing in 63-mile-an-hour curveballs to, you know, Wander Franco or Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? I don't think so. I'd rather have Whitlock throwing 94 to them or, um, another guy coming in. I'd rather have Winkowski dotting their asses up. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting these next couple of weeks, for sure. For sure. Perfect, Mayo. I'm sure he could probably do better than half these guys. 63-mile-an-hour hanging curveball, middle of the zone to Jordan Alvarez, game 7 of the LCS tie game, bottom of the ninth. That's what I'm saying. You smell the walk-off? Yep. Just give me 7 runs. Barnes or Hill, I think you got to avoid both. This is just, it's a lot of fun. I don't even know what the topic of my video is going to be tomorrow. I have no idea. Ciao, but we're 9-5 on the year, so I'll take that. At least in the Red Sea community, we are. A positive win percentage, Chad. Devers pinch hit walk off. Yeah, we'll have him pinch hit 7 times and he'll hit 7 times. You are tired? I am tired. Why? Like I can't really say that they have major concerns again because it's the same concerns we had 2 days ago? 2 grand slams in a row to win it. Imagine. The Red Sox. This game is a snooze fest. Anyone know how the Worcester game went? Don't mean to, Eric. I'm trying to figure out more major concerns. The Red Sox have hit a wall. How's the Mets game going, Kevin? Eric, I think it's because I'm still not used to it. Right now, we've been live for 3 hours, 12 minutes. It's a little bit shorter than what we're usually used to, but I'm still getting used to talking straight for 3 hours. So by the end of it, my voice is a little sore, Struggling with the Reds. Worcester lost 4-2. Well, hey, listen, it's not going to get any easier from here, Chad. We got to buckle in because the next 2 weeks are going to be stressful. We got 4 games coming up against the Yankees. We got 3 games. No. Yeah, we got 4 games against the Yankees, 4 games against the Rays, and 3 games against the Yankees. Yes. To be honest, Rich Hill is a 3-inning mop-up man at this stage. Worcester lost. Yeah. Rich Hill is such a tough – it's a tough conversation because he's been doing well for us, but we just have such better options coming up. And when you compare him to any of those guys, he's the one that gets bounced. Bello didn't do well. He went what, 4 innings, allowed 4 runs? 4 innings, 5 runs? One of the two. But, I mean, Eric, it looked like a typical debut, right? He was nervous. You could tell he was nervous. His control was kind of all over the place. He was leaving a lot of balls over the plate. It's a debut. We'll see him again and probably a little bit better, in my opinion. Forgot to ask earlier thoughts on the Royals Tigers no commentary game. I didn't hate it. I don't know. I don't love it. Well, that's the game. I don't love it. I would like the option once in a while, when you got a commentator you don't love, but I don't know if that's an every game kind of thing for me. It would actually be really nice, honestly, for these live streams if I could do that. That'd be great. Well, Red Sox end it. Red Sox lose the third series in a row. Red Sox are about to face the best team in the American League, all of baseball actually, with a less than stellar pitching staff and with an offense that is ice cold. But chat, thank you all for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subbed yet, make sure you hit the sub button. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Blah 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 blah. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the recap. Probably have to get up early and do that. Not sure what that's going to be about. We're going to be interested. But either way, if you guys hung out this entire time, thank you a ton. We'll be live next Wednesday. Maybe I'll keep you guys updated on that. I do want to get our Yankees game in here. So let's work some magic against the Yankees, huh? Let's see it. Thank you all again. Appreciate everybody. And I will see you guys in the red seats.